Yeah.
Are you ready?
Clear.
It's time for a live stream.
You are privileged AF.
It's important to remember that.
It's okay to cry.
And it's also common to experience
deep belly laughs.
Hi, I'm Kia.
Why does this sound cold every second?
If you like jokes about scams, spirituality, and toxic positivity,
It's so quantum.
This is actually legit.
it's time to tune into.
The mango frequency.
Wait, what?
So let's dive right in.
Got my celery juice right here.
I am not emotionally stable.
Hello, welcome. I have shed my glasses for this stream. I no longer need them. I no longer need to look like Mel Robbins in order to deliver this information via my third eye chakra. Thank you guys for healing me. Everyone who's healed, say yes. Everyone who's healed their eyesight problems, say, I can see. I see you, girl. I see you. And then don't bump into the wall as you walk away confused as to where you are. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Okay, today's been another busy day. It's been a busy day. No one else has felt this way. I did, in fact, just chug this pretty fast. It's called the mango frequency. It's called watermelon lime good and gather. I don't know what it's called. Sparkling water from Target, and it has produced a level of burps. So, excuse me. Coming through. Yes, today we have a wonderful show, and thank you everyone for joining. This is gonna be so fun. And if you are being guided by my voice because you literally cannot see because you're waiting for the miracle cure to happen, I'm over here and we'll get through this together, okay? Oh boy. So I don't know if you've been on the internet lately. I don't know if you've been around, but there's been a lot of influencers, a lot of wellness people who can solve all of our problems. If you have, I don't know, what can they solve? What can they not solve is probably a longer list. They can't solve anything that is, well, they can solve cancer. That's something that they claim all the time. They can solve arthritis. They can fix and cure dementia lately. Like, there's no holds barred. The only thing they can't do is if you get a vaccine, you're screwed. Apparently, there's no cure for that. There's no holistic helping if you get a vaccine of any kind. That's what I understand by watching Instagram. What do you guys agree? What can't they cure these days? Anyways, one of the things that I found to be hilarious is that this one influencer who we're going to talk about today claims to be able to cure, not blindness per se, but kind of is inferring that they can cure blindness, but definitely eyesight problems. Okay, if you have eyesight problems, like you need glasses or you can't read close up or far away, that is something that she can solve for sure with a masterclass that she gave on Zoom. And everyone that went faced and was healed immediately. So there's no complaints. No one cares. The internet did not go crazy. I'm just kidding. People were very outraged with good reason. She has since gone private. I guess we can start there. She's since gone private on Instagram. However, I requested her and she accepted me. So that's your fault, girly girl. That's your bad, girly girl. And she sort of deleted something. She's made her website, at least yesterday, private, but you can go in the Wayback Machine and see what she used to talk about. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the mastermind. We're going to talk about Andrew Huberman, who has been on my list for quite a while. He is a guy who is associated with Stanford and, is fairly reputable, but seemingly has kind of gone past his expertise level in all sorts of categories and is just pseudosciencing it up quite a bit. He's like one of the people who don't like pseudoscience and don't like wellness grifters. They're like, well, he's not so bad. Maybe that's true. Maybe that's not true. But he's involved in this in the sense of our girl, her name is Samantha Lotus. I doubt that's her real last name. Samantha Lotus was citing Andrew Huberman as like one of the big sources. So we gotta just explore a little bit. Okay, explore a little bit. And also, let me pull up, actually, hold on. Let me go back to the screen. And I might have to do a little bit of editing. So let me just catch you all up about my day today. So I had a morning video shoot, and then I came home, and then I took a little nap. And then I realized it was already 4:00 and I had to eat lunch real fast and then started here. So I may need to do a little bit of editing on the fly, a little bit of cutting, a little bit of finagling. So if I play a video or something, I might be doing that in the background, just FYI. Because, we're making it work. We're making it work. But I'm going to go and open the video so I can read all the comments. So stand by, everybody. Okay, here we go. And thank you to everyone who's joined the membership. And I know that 12 months are coming up. So thank you to Lindsay. Lindsay has been a member for 1 whole year. Can you believe that? 12 months. That is like, basically you are like going to kindergarten next year for this channel. So I appreciate the support immensely. Thank you so much, Lindsay, and to everyone else that I'm about to name right now. For that I say,
Priceless, juicy nuggets.
you have provided me priceless, juicy nuggets for the next 12 years or 12 months and 12 years to come. Laura F., thank you so much. Thank you, Laura F. 12 months of sadness has improved my life. Wow, who would have thunk? Who would have thunk it? You could have spent those 12 months practicing affirmations, standing in the mirror, and choosing joy, and yet you're here and you have found improvement. Damn.
This is actually legit.
This is actually legit. And here, let me also say this.
You're exchanging biofluids.
My father and I get sewn together.
That's a random one. My father and I get sewn together. Okay, thanks, Brian Johnson. Thank you so much. And thank you, Laura F. Okay, here we go. So let's go to her. And by her, I mean the priestess, the holistic, the goddess, the all things expert, including eyesight healing. So let's go here. Here she is. Samantha Lotus, everybody. Samantha Lotus. She's cracked the code. Oh God, look at this. Look at this mess. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna cut this off. This is what happens. I had to use this camera today. I had to like take it out into the world. And then it gets knots. There you go. There you go. Now we're fixed. I'm just too big. Okay, now we're good. Okay, here we go. All right, so here she is. She's a holistic master coach and human optimization. She is human optimization. She represents that, and she represents, I guess, the entire concept of that. and her name is Samantha Lotus. She has 27,000 followers. It seems to be fairly accurate with her engagement. I tend to like try to look at that. Well, I can't really see that much. At least her couple of them you can see, like 604. That sounds about right. She has gone like no comment or limited comments now on everything because she got some backlash, some mainstream backlash. Like the Daily Beast did an article, and we can read the article to get the summary, and then we can go through it. But basically, she's claiming that she's helping leaders, of course, high achievers. We don't want to help low achievers because what's the point? Am I right? If they're high achievers, they could just only go up from there. And total badasses, okay, unlock their true potential and master all aspects of reality. Isn't that funny? She's going to help you master all aspects of reality, including not needing glasses, as ultimate co-creators. Okay, awesome. And here's just a little sneaky peek how she sounds.
Hello, hello, hello. We are going
I love that
to
top, though, I will say.
have a conversation about breaking out of boxes. All right, convo about...
This reminds me of Elizabeth Koch so much, the perception box. Oops. Which is, Elizabeth Koch, the billionaire's daughter, who's starting her own cult. They all have perception boxes. So this is Samantha's take on the perception box, I guess. It says, breaking free from all the boxes you've been squished into, the journey of awakening and becoming who you really are is very much about deconditioning from who you aren't. Letting go of all the ideologies and identities that have been placed upon you. Releasing the not self and all the matrix bondage, coming home to who you really are, what you really want, why you're really here, and going all in on that. Okay, there's so many buzzwords, so many wellness buzzwords. We got go all in. Okay, that means raid your savings account and pay me lots of money. Okay, step into who you really are and coming home to yourself. I never understand what that actually means. Like, who am I now? Who was I before? And who am I becoming? And where is home? Question mark? Don't know. The Matrix, got it. Okay, your identity, your awakening, your deconditioning, the Matrix, like, it's all there, folks. It's all there. So she's a run-of-the-mill wellness grifter, so I say. DC, thanks DC. Oh, DC did a video about this too the other day. I saw the thumbnail. I did not watch it, but I did see the thumbnail. So if you want additional info, DC's got this girl on her channel too. Okay, it says she wiped her channel too. There were posts talking about cancel culture and mobs. Yeah, I have retained some of those deleted posts, and yes, I have some of those, and we're gonna watch some of those. But I might have to do a little bit of editing in the sense of cutting it so that it's not like big chunks of dead space. So I may be doing that while we go through this. FYI. So bear with me, guys. Okay, I'm just going to play this for a minute. We'll get a vibe check, and then we'll move forward.
About breaking out of boxes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Thanks, DC. I forgot to give you a soundbite. This is what I say to myself.
Somebody ought to smack you.
Thank you. Also, what else can I say about myself?
And I will tell her girlfriend you were so on.
Thanks, Marianne. And thanks, DC. Okay, back to it.
Hey, everyone jumping in. Hi there. Hey. Good to see you.
And while we're watching this, anyone, before we get too deep into this, guess what MLM she represents? Because we know there was going to be an MLM element to this story, didn't we?
Good to be here. Conversation about breaking out of boxes.
And she's from Canada, if you couldn't tell.
To know. In the journey of awakening, in the journey of reclaiming who you really are, in the journey of stepping into your power, it truly is a journey of breaking out of boxes, otherwise known as deconditioning. We live in a world, in a matrix that has deep conditioning, right? Maybe send a little emoji if you know what I'm talking about. Hit the reaction there if you know what I'm talking about when I say conditioning.
We can't anymore because the comments are limited. I'm not allowed to comment my feelings to her anymore. Okay, so that's her talking. So we get a gist. She's got a lot of buzzwords. She's living in Spain, apparently, just living the life, enjoying being blonde and blue-eyed and skinny and beautiful and just having the time of her life. But that's not enough. She wants to heal the world from their squinting at newspapers. So where does this start? Let's go to an article and let them explain what's going on. And then there's some embedded content. And I will give a shout out to a fellow Instagram influencer. Not that I am one. She's killing the game. Her name's Mallory, and she has just blown the lid off this story and did the hard work, and I think has really gotten a lot of positive feedback. And like I said, the mainstream, like this is a New York Post article that used, like everyone was using her her tweets and stuff in their articles, and I'm like, dang girl, you did it. She really did that dang thing. And it's this is Mallory, and she's big on Twitter or X or whatever it's called. She's also over on Instagram, and she has been on the Conspirituality podcast a bunch of times now, and she always does such a good job. So shout out to Mallory for doing the hard work, like I said, and exposing this story. Okay, so holistic influencer. I would think she's a holistic influencer, but she's also more of like a wellness influencer, I think. Holistic influencer sort of to me is like confusing, because it's like, oh, she's a person who cares about multiple things. It's like, all right, I guess. But she's one of those, wellness grifters, in my opinion. Here we go. So she's from Canada, and she hosted an $11 masterclass on how to holistically heal vision without the use of glasses. And it has other influencers and doctors seeing red. So one of her lines is, "You may have been told that you need glasses, but that's actually a lie," she said in the now deleted video. "There are mental, emotional, physical, and even spiritual reasons why you may not be seeing. And I'm here to tell you that can be healed." Okay, again, very Louise Hay of her. Like, if you don't want to see, your brain will force your eyes to go blind. If you don't want to see the truth. Okay, and that was an ad. The self-proclaimed, okay, first of all, New York Post, they're all self-proclaimed. So just keep that in mind. The self-proclaimed holistic master coach claimed she had personally reversed her need for glasses and was on a mission to help others do it too. However, the influencer, who boasts nearly 28,000 followers, warned her followers that if they were closed-minded and want to stay a victim, this is not for you. So if you want to stay a victim to big glasses, then that's on you, girlfriends, okay, and boyfriends. TikToker Mallory, okay, that's who we're talking about, who claims to clear up wellness disinformation and attended Lotus's class, was quick to call the class Saturday morning cartoons. Now, I think that was in relation to her interest in watching this type of content for, her channel and for entertainment purposes. And she says, "I guess it was only a matter of time before the anti-glasses grift becomes a thing. This community is so hell-bent on having a contrarian opinion on every incredible scientific invention." Mallory, who asked to go only by her first name. Yeah, me too. I would like to go only by my first name as well. Tweeted with a screen recording of Lotus's pitch. Okay, can we click on that? And here's Mallory's Twitter.
That your optometrist...
Oh, here we go. Okay, this is the big moment. She looks like me, doesn't she? She looks like me, a little blonder and a little different glasses. She's me in a slightly different multiverse. Am I right? Okay, here we go.
What's the one thing that your optometrist doesn't want you to know about? The fact that you do not need glasses. That's right, you may have been told that you need glasses, but that's actually a lie. There are mental, emotional, physical, and even spiritual reasons why you may not be seeing, and I'm here to tell you that that can be healed. If you want to learn more, read the comments. What's the...
Okay, so then the caption is, you don't need glasses. You don't need contacts or laser either. We are disempowered in so many ways, and this is no exception. There are spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical reasons why we do not see. And like anything, that can be healed. I personally have reversed my need for glasses and helped others do it too. Okay, Samantha. I believe that totally. Okay, in the 2.5-hour course, Lotus did disclose early on that she was not a pharma doctor. Well, who would have thunk? I really thought she was a big-time pharma doctor. Or a medical advisor, and was only providing holistic education and empowerment purposes. Okay, as seen on her screenshots. Okay, according to Mallory, Lotus did discuss medical reasons behind bad eyesight, but simply wrote it off as not root causes, only diagnosis, and went on to say that bad eyesight could be from having an unbalanced spirituality or blockages and more. Okay, so again, very Louise Hay of her. She did say, in fact, that you could change your eye color. That's what I'm more interested in. I don't care about seeing. I'd rather just be, just blurry-eyed but blue. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm glad that they're finding solutions for this. She did say, in fact, that you could change your eye color through cellular cleansing and proper detoxification. So are we as babies, when there's, green eyes and blue eyes and brown eyes, is that from our womb detox? We didn't do the right womb detox. Our parents or our mothers didn't do the random or the right womb detox. Because I would love my dad has blue eyes. I would love me some blue eyes. I mean, I don't mind my brown eyes, but everyone wants like curly hair and they have straight hair. That thing. You always want what you don't have. The grass is always greener. What supplement should my mother have taken? I need to know. Okay. Let's see. Let's watch Mallory's take on this. Okay, this is good stuff. And this is also a stitch with Dr. Syed, MD, heart doctor. And Samantha hates this guy. Samantha hates Mallory as well, just for the record. And we'll talk about that, some of her cancel culture, Mallory is a teenager who basically Samantha got upset that everyone was calling her out, especially Mallory and this doctor. And she's like, this teenage TikToker is such a jerk and and went on this whole rant about how it's cancel culture and whatever. And it's like, Mallory's my age, which is in our 30s. So I'm like, drop that skincare routine, please. Because the fact that someone thinks you're a teenager, I love it. I love that. And that shows a lot about her, Samantha's intuition, I think. It's a little bit off. And thank you, before we go on, thank you to Mai. Mai says, why is she wearing glasses while saying this? Just for effect. Just for effect. Just to get you to think about, what are glasses? In case you've never seen Benjamin Franklin or heard of or bifocals or ever walked outside amongst the human population, she needed to show you what glasses were. So that's why. Okay, Mai. Okay.
I happen to be an empath myself. Everybody. Also.
Oh my God, Austin is going to be so good. I'm so excited.
I think she lives in Austin also, Samantha. Oh no, she lives in Spain, but her post said Austin for some reason.
Buzzing with joy.
Thank you, Mai. Okay. Let's see it. Let's get the debunking done right now.
Fact that you do not need glasses.
If you heard about the woman who was claiming she could help you ditch your glasses and heal your vision in her masterclass, I am happy to report that I paid $11 this morning to attend so that you didn't have to. This is Samantha Lotus. Her course was called the Holistic Vision Healing Masterclass.
Oh, God. Why does it do that? I hate that. I'm sorry. I'm exposing myself. Okay, hold on. Back to TikTok. Stop looking at my computer.
$11 to attend. I first want to say that when she started this, she said even though there was no more than 130 people in the room at once, she did say that she had 465 people register, which means that in this 2.5 hours, she made over $5,000 doing this. So keep that in mind as I start explaining the types of things that she talked about. We are off to a great start here with a legal disclaimer saying I'm not a pharma doctor. And if anyone wants to explain to me what pharma doctor means, that'd be great. She's not a medical advisor. This is for holistic, educational, and empowerment purposes. She started off with
Okay, so we're gonna let's break this down a little bit. It says why we do not see medical. Okay, it says refractive errors, which is nearsightedness, farsightedness, astigmatism, and age-related difficulty focusing. Cataracts, glaucoma, age-related macular degeneration, retinal detachment. It's like my biggest fear, retinal detachment. Diabetic retinopathy, lazy eye misalignment, eye infections, injuries or trauma to the eye or head, neurological conditions affecting visual pathways, medication side effects, and eye fatigue from digital screens. Okay. Now, if glasses don't work, do you think that the blue eye glasses work? Because, just take a second here. I know we're going a little all over the place. But she does have, our girl Samantha, in her highlights, has a influencer link. Can I click on these? Yeah. Blue blockers. So these work. Here's a code. But actual glasses don't work.
Contributing factor to hormone imbalance, to stress, to adrenal burnout that not enough people are talking about, and that is blue light. The light that emits from your screen, from your TV, from your fluorescent lights, from your phone, that is a hormone disruptor, especially.
Now, I think the whole concept is like you're what's the word? You're hindering yourself by wearing glasses because you should just push through the pain of not seeing because that will make you stronger. It's like lifting a weight, it hurts, but if you stop doing it, then you'll never get stronger. Like your muscles have to hurt so it can like improve. So if you wear glasses, it's a crutch. Okay, is this not a crutch too? Shouldn't your eyes just get used to the blue light emitting? Like, I'm confused about what is right. Like, isn't this just giving in to big glasses also?
Especially if you're looking at your screens beyond, say, 8 p.m., or if you live in a country where the sun goes down quite early beyond that time. It disrupts your neurochemicals, it disrupts your melatonin, it disrupts your endocrine system. And so if you are going to be on your screens, say past 7 or 8 p.m., you want to be getting your blue blockers, and not just the clear ones because they don't really do anything at nighttime.
So not the clear blue blockers, the ones that she's selling specifically.
You want to make sure that you're getting the dark yellow, the orange, or the red ones. And if you're curious about more, you can check my affiliate link here.
Let's see how much they cost. Wow. I've never seen two cooler people wearing glasses before. This is from blockbluelight.com. Okay, I just want to, of course I got red light therapy. Oh God. Okay, let's see. Red time glasses. Oh, $90. Okay, not as bad. I was thinking like thousands. God, can you imagine? Honey, I'm home. Honey, why are you wearing these glasses? To sleep. Well, this girl on the internet told me that it would help me, but also that glasses are evil, so I'm confused, but I'm still gonna wear them. Okay, so let's go back. So here we go. Back to the screen. So blue light is on here. We'll see if she addresses it.
Medical reasons why you might not be able to see. So these are things that you might have heard from your optometrist, but she described these as not root causes, only diagnoses. And this is where it starts to take a turn because...
Okay, so it says, why we do not see holistic. So why we do not see bullshit. Okay, that was last page. Macular, whatever. No, not really. This is the true cause. Okay, why we do not see for real. Diet and nutrition. Poor nutrition contributing to vision issues, but of course, lifestyle factors, lack of exercise, sleep, and stress management. Okay, mind-body connection. Explore emotional and mental factors contributing to vision issues. That's very vague. Environmental considerations, excess screen time, indoor air quality, and toxins. Okay, another wellness grifter favorite. Detoxification, so that's a separate category than the last one that included toxins. Potential overburden of toxins affecting health. Okay, so 2 levels of toxins. And conflict, my favorite. conflict. Emotional trauma occurred, possibly repeatedly. I mean, trauma is serious, obviously, but like conflict. I'm fighting with my best friend. Now I need my glasses. Stat.
Because we get into the holistic, the spiritual, the mental, the emotional side of why you might not be able to see. So suggesting that...
Okay, now third chapter here. Why we do not see metaphysical. Okay, so we're getting even deeper. We're going deeper down the rabbit hole. Spiritual blindness, symbolizing. So now we're into the symbols. I think metaphysical just means symbolic. Spiritual blindness, symbolizing a disconnect from higher truths and inner wisdom. Denial or avoidance, suggesting reluctance to confront hidden or repressed emotions. Lack of clarity, signifying confusion or the need for inner reflection and direction. Resistance to change, reflecting a fear of the unknown or new experiences. Like, I feel like I have all of these in different levels so far, and my eyesight's pretty good. I do have glasses for the computer, like when I'm editing for hours and hours, or I'm on, like reading something or reading a book, but for the most part, it's pretty good. And I have these to the max. So let's explain that, Samantha. Okay. Emotional burdens resulting from unresolved emotional issues that could cloud your perception. Okay, you get it? It's clouding your perception, you milky-eyed bitches. Okay, sorry. Unbalanced energy linked to imbalances in energy. Wow. What a great definition. Centers affecting clarity, psychic sensitivity associated with heightened psychic or intuitive something. So if you're psychic, you may need glasses. Messages from the universe seen as prompts to pay closer attention to external circumstances. Okay, so we're getting more woo-woo as we go. I missed the glaucoma page, honestly.
You can't see 20/20 vision because you have unbalanced spirituality, because you have some sort of blockages. So, it's like all your fault, basically. We did a few eye health breaks, like eye stretching. She kept calling it
eye stretching. So eye health break. So get up, bring some flow into your body, stretch it out and shake it off. Gentle neck mobilization, side to side, up and down, look far away. See. Eye stretches, pull top left, top right, bottom left, middle up, whatever. Okay, cool.
Eye yoga.
Eye
it's
yoga.
Pretty much the nicest part of the whole thing. At this point, she suggested that you could, in fact, change your eye color through cellular cleansing and proper detoxification.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I need more information about that. I would like this blue one that looks like the earth. Okay, I need to see a closer picture, or a farther away picture of the person's face, because this could be literally anybody. This looks like two different eyes to me, but I guess all eyes sort of do look the same. So how can I tell? And also, like, what color is this? I've never even seen this before. This is like more unique than this one, I think. While this isn't about detox specifically, you can absolutely change your eye color. Doing something from healing work often affects the eye as well. All blue eyes. And of course, the blue eyes, this is what she has, is the highest level, so it seems, of eye color. Which I agree. Because it's what I don't possess. But it's funny that there's like a hierarchy. Like, hey, she knows that you don't want like dark brown eyes. You want like blue, green eyes. So she's like, this is what you can change into. Because like, what if this after is actually the toxified version? How would you know? Right?
At this point, we're about 30 minutes into the 2-hour masterclass. Haven't really learned anything tangible yet.
Okay, here's a testimonial. Parents and sister wear glasses, prescribed at 16 years old. Started wearing them, but then started to question, in parentheses, rebel archetype. Okay. Wore them for a year unhappily, decided he didn't want to be dependent. Decided he would see without them. Named
and she spends
best vision in the military. Still has 20/20 vision. They're like, sir, the White House is on the phone for you. Hey, we just want to let you know that You got the best vision in the military. Congratulations, son. You did it. We're now releasing you because you're too precious. Your eyes are too special to America. Goodbye. This has been the president. I don't know which one. That was a fictional president. I can't do any of the accents. I'll do Biden. I can't do Biden. Oh my God. Hey. It's President Biden here. I don't know. I can't do Trump either, so just pretend. Pretend that I did, okay? And then we'll all have a laugh. But this guy just decided he did not want to be dependent on glasses, and then he received a Purple Heart for his service in the military. No, I'm joking, obviously.
It's about like 5 to 10 minutes just giving testimonials from people who she has allegedly helped, including her own husband.
Oh, it's her own husband. Oh my God. Well, he lives in Spain now too, I guess, so interesting.
And the funniest part about the whole thing that I will not let go is you can see the second from the top line says named best vision in the military. What the fuck does that mean? Where did that award come from? Who decided this? Again.
The vision board. Get it? The vision board. Oh man. Okay. Here we go. Emotional simplified. I don't think that's correct grammar, but okay. Emotional simplified. We must find the way to fully feel and process our unprocessed emotions. There are many paths that can get you there. Do a little research into the list I've given and explore to get to the root of why you weren't seeing and clear that, as well as the stories around it. Why wasn't your husband seeing? Can you give us some details so we know like what a possible example could be? Working with a practitioner can help, although it isn't always needed. Okay, of course, I'm sure she's a practitioner. They have vision coaches, by the way. I'm not even joking. There's something called a vision coach, and we'll talk about that. The guy that runs Mind Valley has done a video about this topic that we can watch as well. Okay. I can't see there is an example.
And this, like, you can't see.
Okay, the example is parents fighting, loss of loved ones, witnessing a tragedy, trauma, indigestible morsel.
Because you just need to let go
of something.
Belief that you can't see. And she talked about how, like.
Okay, indigestible morsel or separation conflict. Brain connects to the eye and creates a track between the mind and body part, can continue to express until the conflict is fully resolved. Be mindful of what stories or mental programs you adopt and something to be connected.
Like, glasses are just a barrier between you and the rest of the world. And like, what are you hiding from? Then we said some affirmations.
Okay, everybody, are you ready to say some affirmations to clear our eyes, please? Hold on.
Clear.
Ready. My eyes are windows to clarity and vibrant health, and I embrace the gift of clear vision. Okay. I need some music. I need some like, oh, I wish I had that. I need to add that to the list. Let's see. No, that's not it. Hold on. Sorry. That's blasting. I just want some like spirituality music. I trust my inner vision to guide me towards the truth and wisdom in all aspects of life. With each blink, my eyes refresh and renew, supporting perfect vision and visual harmony. I release any tension and strain from my eyes, allowing them to relax and rejuvenate. Yeah, the world around me is a canvas of beauty, and I see the divine in every detail. I am open to receiving intuitive insights and seeing beyond the surface of things. Yeah, my third eye is awake and aware, connecting me to higher realms of understanding. And inside, I see affirmations, which I believe guarantees immediate healing. So you're welcome, everybody. You didn't even have to repeat them yourself. I just did it for you.
Together. So like the last one says, I see with love and joy.
Okay, wait. I didn't finish the song. I see with love and joy. Yeah, baby. Okay.
My third eye is awake and aware. With each blink, my eyes are refresh and renew. This is where things get interesting.
If things were interesting enough. Here we get a sample week. Okay. Here's your week, everybody. If you forget your job, quit your job, don't have children. If you have children, send them to an orphanage or something. Send them to a boarding school, whatever it takes. Send them to Ed Millette, who will take care of them for you. Okay.
I went to work at an orphanage.
And then you can have the time to heal your nearsightedness, because that's what you need for this week. Okay. Spiritual, get into nature, feet on earth daily. Meditate 7 to 20 minutes 3 times a week to daily. Okay. Explore your inner world. Mental, choose, affirm, weed out negative fear-based thoughts daily. Confidence. Emotional, feel your feelings, process old emotions, inner child work with holistic, I'm assuming coach. Physical, get 10 minutes of morning light sun direct on your face. Daily eye exercises, 10 minutes per day, and wear blue blockers. Okay, so blue blockers, once again, code in bio, are fine. That is not hiding yourself from the world. That is not being dependent on something outside of yourself. Because she has a code, that is fine. Okay. Move daily, sweat 3 times a week, eat whole food, take minerals and magnesium supplements, dry brush before shower. Now that's a Ayurvedic thing. If you don't know what dry brushing is, you take a brush and you like rub your skin for like an hour in the morning. Castor oil liver packs at night. Now this is something I don't know what it is, castor oil liver packs, but this is something that Boss Lee talked about that she was doing. She was packing her liver or packing her stomach or something with castor oil. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working for her. But that's something I've been hearing a lot about lately, is like this castor oil packing. Remove fluoride from water, toothpaste. Remove aluminum. So no foil, guys. No foil. Wrap your stuff up in loincloths instead. And definitely don't brush your teeth, for sure. Use eye strengthening oils, which is immortal. So... Oh, I didn't reveal. This is the perfect time to reveal. Again, let's put on the drum roll, please. Which MLM Samantha represents. Oops. Wrong one. Hold on. Doterra! Doterra, everybody. Yes, Doterra is the correct answer. So if you guessed Doterra, you're right. Doterra is going to heal your nearsightedness, your goofy ass eyes, okay? And then sleep in the complete dark. So find a cave, climb into it, don't come out. That's the recommendation here.
There is a sample week slide of things that you can do. We have spiritual, mental, emotional, and then physical. The second last line from the bottom, under physical, says that you can use eye strengthening oils - immortal. I know that Samantha is a rep for Doterra, sells essential oils under a multi-level marketing structure. And I have been waiting for her to mention it because I know that she can't resist. Immortal is a Doterra essential oil. And so now this whole masterclass is starting to make sense. It's a Trojan horse to pitch an MLM. That becomes a
Oh Lord. Okay, here we go. So her husband is the success story. Now this is her little brother's story. Okay, and we got some pretty not graphic, but pretty emotional images right at the top here. Showing in the hospital with a neck brace and his eye being closed shut here. This is from August 2020. It says, near fatal motocross accident a week after his 30th birthday. Was told by the doctors that he wouldn't live. Okay. Doctors were like, you're not going to live. And he's like, oh, okay. Was he conscious at this time? Okay, that's a weird thing to say. Was told by the doctors that he wouldn't live. If he lived, he would be a vegetable and he would never see or walk again. He was in a coma for more than a month.
Abundantly clear when she shares the story of her brother. Apparently got into an accident, was not doing well, allegedly received a not too promising outcome from the doctor, but he recovered in full.
Wait, let me go back to read the rest of the screen if I can.
To an allegedly doing well.
He was in a coma for more than a month. I was with him in the first few days he woke up. And then
Allegedly received. Apparently got.
I can't read that last line.
Abundantly clear when
something about a healing
shares
plan.
The story of her brother. Apparently got into an accident, was not doing well. Allegedly received a not too promising outcome from the doctor.
Okay. So 2 years from that picture from the last thing, mind, power, and visualization, healthy diet, no hospital food, essential oils around the eyes twice a day. Okay, then she puts the product there. Surrounded by love, full faith. Okay, I think we're skipping over a couple things here, which is probably able to afford high quality health care, which means that surrounded by love, probably there's some wealth in her family, I would guess, in Samantha's family. So family members could take time off to be in the hospital room with him while he recovered and afford to go to physical therapy and things. I mean, that could make all the difference. But yeah, no, definitely not. It's definitely the Doterra oils.
But he recovered in full health now. And that bottle looks awfully familiar. Remind you what this one looks like. Third line from the top, essential oils around the eyes 2 times a day, with the Doterra bottle on the slide. I'll say it again, this entire masterclass exists for this reason. And if you didn't believe me before...
Here's more information about the Immortelle specifically. It says Immortelle oil is a proprietary blend. It's always a proprietary blend. It's like mint and basil. It's proprietary, guys. It's a blend of powerful, renewing, and rare essential oils that make an essential beautifying agent with a mix of rose, Hawaiian sandalwood, myrrh, frankincense, and something high chrysium essential oils. Immortelle contains powerful oils and powerful properties in every drop. Metaphysically, Immortelle is the oil of spiritual insight, consisting of the highest vibrational oils on the planet. Assists in releasing darkness. What about holy water? Isn't that one on the list? Why don't we just get that instead? It's cheaper, I think. And limiting perspectives and mitigates spiritual something by offering profound light to individuals. Also helps to transform something and raise consciousness and spiritual transformation. Wow, the guarantees here are pretty interesting. Run in a figure 8 around the something.
There's an entire slide for it.
The eyebrows and cheeks, it said. Rub in a figure 8 around the eyebrows and cheeks and rub into the third eye chakra. So right here, I'd be rubbing this. Then you too will recover from your motocross accidents.
Slide for it. And if you still did.
Okay, then she says, my favorite products. Bio Optimizers Magnesium. Body. I'm so blind. I can't read these things. The irony of me having to squint to look at the screen to read this tells you everything you need to know. I am a charlatan. I am actually the problem here. Body Blow Liquid Minerals E-Tight and PC Cellular Health. I don't even know what the fuck product that could possibly be. It looks like a water bottle. Microdosing Starter Pack. Okay. Okay. Beef liver and organ capsules, heart and soul, blue blocker glasses, clear daytime yellow, anytime evening red for advanced wearers, best protection. Doterra essential oils, Immortelle, Solubel, top oil blend and turmeric, cleanse and restore kit from Doterra. So she's getting paid on the 2 bottom, and at least the blue blocker she's got a code for. The first 4, who knows, but I'm assuming based on the pattern that we've discovered here, this is something that she will profit from.
Didn't believe me. These are Doterra products. That's a Doterra product. There's a video that I have of her talking that I can't seem to fit in here. And she's basically talking about Doterra products completely unrelated to vision. And as a reminder, this masterclass is supposed to be about healing vision. She just talks about how much she loves the company and how amazing the products are. In the Q&A after, she, unprompted, showed everyone on the call where to go for more information on Doterra if you want to work with her and if you want to buy this product. This is also a not funny slide.
Oh, God. It's funny if you squint a little, right? If you can't see it, it's actually funny. What about children? That's what I always wonder about these things. Like, why children can't think much. They don't have much consciousness. They don't have much moral dilemmas at a young, innocent age. And why do they get punished with all these things that adults get punished with that are only receiving it because they aren't thinking of happy thoughts or whatever. So I always wonder about that when it comes to things like this. So let's see what Samantha says. What about children? Okay, number 1, be the example. Use affirmations. Sleep in the complete dark. Use tapping, which is going like this. I can see. That's a big Gabby Bernstein thing. Proper nutrition, remove food chemicals, dyes, food coloring, eye exercises, Epsom salt with zendocrine foot baths, essential oils, of course, and nature. But why are they receiving not being able to see in the first place? How can they even be making choices that are preventing them from seeing? I guess we'll never know.
What about children? Suggesting that the same protocols or similar protocols can be used on children so they don't have to wear glasses. And as a reminder, Samantha herself said that 465 people registered and at $11 a head, that is over $5,000 for 2.5 hours of her time to basically end up in a Doterra sales pitch. To me, in my opinion, based on my observations, this is textbook grift. This woman made $5,000 this morning telling a Zoom room of people that if only they would work harder on their spirituality and their mental state and their emotion state, that they too could heal their vision and ditch their glasses. And then I don't even want to think about how she'll benefit from folks reaching out to her for the Doterra business opportunity or to buy products from her. The funniest part about this is the legal disclaimer at the beginning, which she gave that she wasn't a pharma doctor. Before the Q&A, she also gave a disclaimer that she wasn't an eye care expert. And then she went on to give medical advice, which included Doterra oils and other products. Someone asked about ADHD, and her response to that was, oh, well, if we just didn't have so many tabs open on our computer, we'd all be fine. I am begging everyone here to stop taking master classes from random people on the internet who have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
I agree with you, Mallory. However, I've decided after covering stuff like this for a couple years now, I'm like, you know what? If you want to indoctrinate yourself, go right ahead. Everybody indoctrinate away. Do whatever you want. I don't care anymore. There's no amount of me saying, guys, this is not going to help you. Like, open your mind to the possibility that people just want to rip you off. Like, they will never see that. Yeah, pun intended. So, you know what? I let people do what they want. If you complain about it, then that's on you. You've been warned. There's enough, anti-MLM stuff out there for people. If they join an MLM, I don't have that much sympathy any longer. If you buy into a grift, hey, sorry, that sucks. I'm glad to have you on this side. But, there was warnings out there, a lot. So if you think it's too good to be true, it probably is. And maybe that's a hard take, but that's where I am today. Okay, let's go back to the article. Lotus also reportedly suggested her students use essential oils around their eyes. Lotus is a sponsor for Doterra essential oils, which is linked on her Instagram. Okay, let's talk about this. Actually, okay, I'll read that part. Doterra replied to Mallory's request for comment on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, writing, while our products can be used to promote a healthier lifestyle and achieve certain wellness benefits, they cannot be used or marketed as capable of preventing, treating, or curing any disease or symptoms associated with the disease. Okay, and then that's from the TikTok. Lotus did not take kindly to Mallory's scathing review and later took to her Instagram stories to clear up some rumors. Okay, so then she says, I'm going to make a clarification, although it's wildly mind-blowing that I even need to do this. For those of you that have interpreted my message that you don't need glasses, that humans don't have a biological need for glasses, it is not to say that you currently have a visual impairment to take off your glasses and go drive a vehicle. What? Huh? In fact, in my masterclass, I made that blatantly clear. We're not ridiculous here. We're talking about healing or improving significantly vision, which is what our bodies are made to do. She went on to say that it's quite simple to heal human bodies and eyes by giving it things it needs to see. Okay, so we're clear about that? Okay, she concluded. Mallory claims she was harassed by Lotus. Yeah, so this is a second part to this. So Samantha starts to go like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over here. And, I guess I'll be receiving the same treatment very soon. But basically, yeah, teenage girl in her 30s. I love that. So she started to like message Mallory and basically say like, I found you, I looked you up, like all this stuff, which is kind of crazy. But here's her update. So Samantha thinks she's a teenager. I'm almost 32, only 3 years younger than her, and I'll apparently be hearing from her lawyers for commentary on a presentation she has given lifetime access to. So there's like some legal threats. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. People threatened me too before and said like, oh my God, like I'm gonna sue you. I'm going to the FBI, and I'm still waiting. It's years later. So, I don't really believe these people for the most part. And here's the man with the best vision in the military, trying to become friends with Mallory. Apparently, I don't know why, to try to convince her that she's wrong or something. Then she messaged her on LinkedIn and said, hey, Mallory, have you had a chance to review what we have been sending you? So she does not like criticism whatsoever, it seems. Like she wants the record changed. So let's see.
Colt.
Eva. Whoa, Eva, you're here. What up, Eva? Dang. Why don't you do something though? Why don't you do something? Has everyone watched Eva Collins is in my interview over on this YouTube channel when we talked back probably like a year ago now. It was very enlightening. She was a boss babe. We've all been boss babes, right? At some point. And now she's doing other stuff and living life, being cray. This one's for you, Eva. Did you get all that? Did you comprehend that, Eva? I hope the message was loud and clear. Okay, I'm seeing it's loading. Look at that. Look at that chat. That chat is on fire. I couldn't see it because I was blind. Thank you for joining the membership, Eva. And welcome. And I also have to say this.
The knife stabbing pain in my eyes went away.
That's actually the most relevant soundbite I could have found today. Thanks, Eva. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, so this is the email or the message, the DM that she sent Mallory. Hey Mallory, since your post against Samantha, okay, again we're talking about ourselves in the third person, about Samantha go against intellectual property laws as well as protective regulations against defamation. This is a courtesy message letting you know that you have 24 hours to remove your post before we move forward with legal action. Warm regards, Samantha and team. We have your IP address from where you purchased the private masterclass and screen recorded videos of you sharing the entire masterclass content online. When you purchase, you agreed to the terms, even though you didn't use your name to purchase or join the Zoom room. Yeah, I don't think there's any legal merit to that. And first of all, I don't think you can get an IP address. I mean, I suppose, but I don't think you just get that for hosting a Zoom call. So if they in fact do, which I doubt they do, and I think this is just Samantha herself, I don't think this is a team that actually exists here. I think it's just a threat to try to get her to take it down so that people don't think she's cray.
To make a clarification.
Okay, here's this post.
To make a clarification, although it's wildly mind-blowing that I even need to do this.
I wonder if she had brown eyes previously, because her eyes are very blue once again.
For those of you who
she's got not a toxin in sight.
have interpreted my message that you don't need glasses, that humans don't have a biological need for glasses, it is not to say that if you currently have a visual impairment to take off your glasses and go drive a vehicle. And
I don't remember hearing that Mallory accusing her of doing that in the video. She was like, this bitch told everyone to take the glasses off and go driving around town. How dare she? That was not the accusations that were laid there. What she was accusing you of is being a Doterra salesperson that's not qualified to give anyone medical advice, yet here we are.
In fact, in my masterclass, I make that blatantly clear. Right? We're not ridiculous here. We're talking about healing or improving significantly vision, which is what our bodies are.
What is that accent? Significantly. Yeah, we're not ridiculous here. We're just talking about healing yourself from not needing glasses by believing that good things are coming to you. Okay.
Are made to do. We're made and designed to see. And healing our eyesight or drastically improving it is actually very biologic. It's quite simple. We need to give our eyes and our minds, our brains, the things it needs to see. Okay, so we're clear about that?
No, I'm more cloudy than I was. I think I'm developing a cataract right now because I don't see this clearly, actually.
Good. And this...
Okay. What else? Clarifications. I have some videos too. Let's see.
Spiritual reasons why you...
Let's see what this is. No, we already saw that. Okay, we already saw that one. Anything else? Anything else? Yes. Okay, this is a new one. Here we go.
You're listening to this, that think this is quackery, that think this is that say it's not possible. You can choose to stay blind. That's great. But I have done this on myself. I have worked with my clients. I have worked with family members. I have seen people take off their glasses and not need them anymore over and over and over again. And no, I'm not just saying take off your glasses and go drive at night. There is a process to healing your eyesight.
She's so stuck on this.
I cut off the end part because I had a little rant about closed-mindedness, and that's okay. I don't need to speak to the deaf or show things to the blind. My favorite thing.
When is the hearing masterclass though? That's what I need. God. She's a little angry for being someone who's healed herself and is, spiritually aligned. She's a little bit angsty, no? A little bit passive aggressive with that comment right there. I just felt the anger in that one. Yikes. Okay. Things are going well for Samantha.
And that's okay. I don't need to speak to the deaf or show things to the blind. My favorite thing though is when people tell me that it's not possible to do something that I've already done. And over, it's repeatable. It's now proven. People are like, you can't do that. I'm like, no.
It's proven. Her husband won the award that doesn't exist. It's proven.
But I am. You're like, well, it's not possible. I'm like, no, but I did do that. Oh, well, no, that can't happen. Oh, but it is. And that's the thing. Some people live with their eyes and their mind completely glued shut. And they're just, that's okay. That's their thing.
Oh, okay.
Yet.
This is giving toilet gate vibes. I did, and I did. And I say this, and this sweet lady came to my house to cure me of my blindness. And I said, thank you, Sahari. Sahari Monster, thank you so much. Sahari Monster chose a white unicorn with rainbow hair. Wow, I love it.
The mango frequency.
If I'm relatable, I'm doing it wrong. If you can see, I'm doing it wrong. If you can see, I've proven my point.
You are privileged AF.
Oh.
Most people won't get up at 4 a.m.
Most people won't join my masterclass to see again. I can't help you. This girl's got issues. This girl's got issues. Thanks you, Sahari. I appreciate that.
It's not the truth. All that to say, there is a masterclass on healing your vision in a holistic way. It's happening tomorrow. It's $11. I've upgraded my Zoom capacity so we can fit in all of you. I'm really excited to go deep, to blast your eyes and
I gotta soundbite that one. I can't wait to go deep to blast your eyes. Thanks, Samantha.
your mind wide open and to give you the goods. We are going to have so much fun. This is probably your last chance to enroll because I'm not going to be sharing more of this because I am going deep into some beautiful practices for
Doterra.
myself so I can show up as the most inspiring, empowering teacher that you ever did.
Okay, Rachel Hollis 2.0. She's got an attitude. Okay, I'm just going through to see if I've missed anything before we get into the other stuff. Ew, gross. Oh yeah, another guy I love. No, it looks like we've reached the end. Okay, so let me pull up some vids. Don't look at my screen, everybody. Actually, let me just do this. Be safe this time. I'm in an evil dungeon where they've trapped me with items that are gonna hurt my vision. Okay, I'm scared. I can't see how to leave. Okay, what is this? Oh, this is how to sign up for the class before she got rid of it. At least it was $11. I will give her that. I mean, other people would have charged, $10,000 for the same crap. So, that's at least a step forward. Okay, let's see. So this is some of her stories from after, kind of refuting some of the claims that were made in these articles. Okay. Can you hear it? I don't think there's sound in this one. It says, the truth is undeniable. So she's claiming that she never told people to put oils in their eyes or near their eyes. She says, do not get oils too close to your eyes, okay? This is your warning. You cannot put essential oils in your eyeballs. Don't do it. Okay, that's good advice. Thank you so much. And they're volatile compounds. They diffuse well. Okay, that's why you can open up an essential oil bottle and I can smell it, okay? It diffuses. What you want to do is you want to put it, you can even put it up here. And she's pointing to her hairline. Put it here. She's pointing to her cheekbones. Put it here. Basically contour your face with essential oils. Put it down here. What I do is above the brow and along the cheekbones. Okay, so she's saying don't put oils in your eyes or around your eyes. But she did say you should put them around your eyes. That was on a slide. But I guess she clarified just to put it here and not in the iris. So, that's important to note. Okay, it says, for the critics saying I made $5,000 for 2 hours, what you don't see is the years of studies, the years of Googling Andrew Huberman, this podcast, the years of mentorship, the years of practice, the 30 plus hours it takes to make a masterclass. Okay, you need to up your game, girl. That was like a Canva presentation. It's already basically built for you. Come on. All you did was put different Google eye conditions directly from Google and copied it in. That should not take 30 hours. The 15 plus attached documents, the 2.5 hour delivery, the Facebook support group, the time to market, the cost of developing it, which was what? It's a fucking PDF and Zoom, come on, or a PowerPoint. My team's payroll. I don't think you have a team, actually. Payment processing fees, etc. Well, you know, those payment processing fees just take 100% of every profit. It's easy to judge, criticize, and lie about something you know absolutely nothing about. I feel a sense of anger. I feel she's upset. I feel like she's getting in her own way. I feel like she'll be blinded soon to the fact that other people have other opinions than hers. When you've never been an entrepreneur, oh my God. When you've never been an entrepreneur or run your own business and have no clue what it involves and spend your time tearing others down without any true merit, all you do is reveal who you are. Why are you taking so? If you are truly a healer and like human, this is not human optimization. This is a low level bar fight about a disagreement on something that is a known grift. I'm sorry. The pushback is so ridiculous. It's just like, I don't know. We need to be lifting each other up. Instead of trying to destroy one another, like I'm trying to destroy Mallory here. That goes especially for the women. I hate this argument too. It's like, women need to support one another. It's like, aren't you a woman? Yes. Okay, why are you telling me what to do and like bullying me in the comments? Well, this is different. You need to support other women, but I don't need to support women. It's like, oh God. It's like, how about we all just forget gender, forget sex, and like support who you want to support and don't support who you want to support? Like, why does it have to be women should support women? It's like, I'm not going to support a woman if they're hurting other women or men or anybody. I don't care. I don't care what the gender is. I could give a shit. Like, I'm still going to do a story about it. Do a live stream if I find it interesting. I do not care at all. Well, she's a woman though. It's another Rachel Hollis thing to say, like, oh, no one would care if I was a man. It's like, yeah, maybe so, but you're not. So too bad. Anyways. And to all of the media companies, influencers, or other people out there hating on me based on the opinion of a premeditated attack against me. A premeditated attack. That's a little strong. You need to check yourselves and take a good hard look in the mirror. However, I cannot see because I have not taken the masterclass yet. So how can I look at myself in the mirror? Riddle me that. At who you are showing up as and what kind of impact you're actually having. Okay. God, just... Oh, okay. Here's my suggestion. If you're ever involved in something like this and someone accuses you of something like, you know, like, oh, your masterclass is just a big old promotion for Doterra. As you can see, she has not addressed that whatsoever. Like, oh, no, I just love the products and it has nothing to do with me trying to make money. Like, she doesn't address any of that. She's like, I never told people to drive at night. That's all it's like the straw man argument. It's like, no one's accusing you of saying that. And she's like, exactly. I'm free. My advice to you, if you ever get into a situation like this, get off the internet. Stop. This only makes it worse, and it only fuels people like me to laugh and continue to cover it because it's so insane and so funny. So if you don't want the public humiliation of this, just go, I don't agree with this take, and leave and let it go, and then do your own video where you say, okay, here's the facts that they said, here's the truth of what I say. But this stuff makes you look unstable for sure. And thank you to JB. Thank you, JB. JB says, her anger is giving Brianna M vibes. Yeah, yes, I agree. I haven't looked into her in a while, but she's like the anger and just like the constant filming, and I can't get any privacy. They won't give me any privacy. I can't believe they are looking at my location. Tags the location. It's like, what do you sort of expect? Like, I have some sympathy for everyone who gets criticism online because I've gotten some criticism and it's like, it is difficult to deal with. But at the same time, it's like, if you're signing up for this too. Like, you have to realize there's a level and there's always a risk that this is going to happen to you. And if you don't stand by your work, it's like, I mean, I guess she does, but it's like she's defending it. And it's like, if you really stood by it, this would not bother you this much, I think. So it just shows like a chink in the armor, in my opinion. Yeah. And I think Brianna M., if you want to go back to that one, the woman who's like trying to out all of her Reddit haters, there's a video on that if you're interested. And JB, for this, I say,
I'm probably going to misquote it.
Probably. More like definitely.
But also, this situation is a red flag.
Amen, sister. Thanks, JB. Okay. Furthermore, ... It is.
Colt.
Oh, DD. Thank you, DD. Okay, I'll see if you said anything in a second. Furthermore, it is neither legal nor unethical to teach about or sell essential oils, nature's original medicine. Nature's original medicine. Yeah, the big factory where Doterra oils are produced in Utah or wherever the fuck it's produced. Yeah, that was there from the dawn of time. Genesis 151. The Doterra factory was then there. Nature's original medicine. Did essential oils did not exist? I guess myrrh and like frankincense, I suppose, but it was not the same. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Or to run a profitable business and get paid for my products and services. Okay, agreed. I have never once said I can heal you or that I treat you. Well, you kind of did say that. You just said people think it's impossible. And I say I do it all the time. I've done it. And if you just follow the directions, you'll do it too. So to me, that is actually saying that pretty verbatim. I not only understand professional practice, I also taught it at the school I graduated from as valedictory with honors. Okay. Is that how they say it in Canada? You graduated from as valedictory? Because I don't think that's right, with honors. And the irony of that statement is too funny. I teach people how to heal themselves, and I'm not just good at it. I am excellent at it. Girl. My exceptional marriage. I am an excellent healer. So are you a healer or are you not a healer? Because I am confused.
Network marketers fail at everything.
True. That's what I've heard as well. What is this one?
I love selling stuff online.
That's what this girl says. What is this?
People want their news from flawless, beautiful faces.
What else?
This girl a mess, y'all.
This girl is a mess, y'all. I am excellent at it. Like, okay, girlfriend. Whatever you say. Okay. Oh, God. You see all my downloads. Don't look. It's embarrassing. Okay. We got even more. Here we go. We got even more to look at. We got even more to look at. Doesn't this look like me, though? Doesn't that look like me? Like, I have that same shirt and basically the same hair and glasses. Once again. Okay. Here we go. This is quite a long thing. We don't have to read the whole thing. But it says, for those of you asking to see studies on the emotional and mental stress and vision, she posts like number... Oh, wait. I was supposed to look at a comment. Sorry. Hold on. Let me look that up first. Let me see if there's anything that I need to read. DD, no, you didn't say anything. Thank you for joining. And you can start to gain your year-long subscription today. And in 12 months, maybe we'll have a celebration. Okay. The effects of psychological stress on eyesight from 2019, which was published in Survey of Ophthalmology, that discusses the impact of stress on visual health and its potential role in conditions like dry eye syndrome. Okay, stress and vision. So these are different reports that you have to just trust her, that prove her point perfectly. Or you can go do your own research. So, but yeah, I think like, I suppose psychological stress could give you dry eyes if you're crying all the time. I believe that. Okay, here's some more. And studies on the correlation between nutrition and vision. Okay, eat a carrot, heal your eyesight problems. Okay, and I'm sure there is some information within here that may or may not correlate to something that she said, but I don't think it's as clear cut as she's making it seem. That with an $11 masterclass and a Doterra oil pack, you are good to go. Just change your nutrition to non-toxic foods, whatever that means. Okay, so she spent a long time putting this together, putting her sources together, allegedly. Okay. Books on the metaphysical meaning of vision. So again, she's got The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, A Course in Miracles by what's-her-face, the crazy lady who then Marianne Williamson loves, and then Gabrielle Bernstein loves. What else? Siddhartha. Okay, yeah. I'm assuming that's Buddha's story. He's going to tell you about that. The Book of Secrets, Unlocking the Hidden Dimensions of Your Life. Deepak Chopra. Oh, yeah, he's a reliable source. Okay. Oh my God. I can't read this. I am not spiritually aligned. Stop putting so many words together, Samantha. God, this is too much. Okay. And wait for it. Drum roll, please. Okay. I have that. Oh God, more. Studies on essential oils and vision. Oh Lord. Yeah. Okay, this is from the Journal of Alternative and Complementary Medicine. I'm sure that's not biased. This is from Journal of Clinical Medicine that discusses the use of aromatherapy, including essential oils to manage symptoms in dementia patients. Okay, that's not what we're talking about here. Again, it just feels like, oh, this proof. It's proof. It's like I'm not convinced by this at all. And a lot of studies are done and are, posted that don't necessarily prove much. I've seen that many a time too. Direct from optometrists.org. Okay. So this is not from her words. This is from optometrist.org. My number one, this is my homepage actually. It says most stress-related vision problems are temporary and will disappear as soon as you begin to relax. Okay, yeah, stress-related vision problems. Sure, I believe that, but there's other reasons why people wear glasses, so... Okay, the best way to de-stress is to make sure you are taking care of yourself and not worrying about the needs of everyone around you. Here are some ideas to help you. Daily exercise, meditate, practice deep breathing, eat a well-balanced diet, write in a journal, get enough sleep. Oh, okay, good advice. Thank you, optometrist.org. It says, however, if you continue to notice changes in your eyes or vision, consult with your eye doctor to rule out an underlying eye condition. Or just call Samantha Lotus and ask her for help. It helped her husband and her brother, so you know it's real. Okay. And then it says source, glasses.com. I thought that would be the enemy. I thought glasses.com was the Antichrist, actually. This is just saying like different methods to practice, which is traditional eye exercises, focusing on objects. So just do some eye training for yourself. Okay, here it goes. The more anger. Here we are. The outlandish claims are that my presentation was solely about pouring essential oils into your eyeballs. Okay, that's not quite what she said. I have a global team of thousands of both leaders and customers. You have a global team of thousands of both leaders and customers? So your team is your customers? Oh, I guess that's Doterra, I suppose. Trust me, burning people's eyeballs isn't the way I got there. Yeah, you went to a party where someone baited you into coming and then they tricked you into becoming a distributor. That's probably how it happened. Or you went to a yoga class and they're like, girls, this is the way to financial freedom. Direct slide from my masterclass. In the class, we go in depth into the therapeutic and scientific reasons for each. Yeah, these are her products with her links once again. Okay. Cool. Okay, let me go back for a second. Let me get the next video pulled up. Make sure it's safe. Okay, this is one where she's talking about essential oils. Okay, let's skip that one for now. Let me see this one. Okay, this is about if you have a virus, what to do. Okay, just to get an idea of her style, her content. I can't see. It's this one. This is the one where she was very upset. We saw that on Twitter. And this is, which is this one? Oh, okay. This one's the good one. This is a good one. This is where she literally goes herself and shows the masterclass herself on her stories, even though she's accusing the media of showing the masterclass, which is supposed to be some sort of secretive thing. But now herself shows it. So let's look at that.
Wildly untrue accusations and misrepresentations that are being put out there by
teenagers. Okay. We're just skipping ahead a little bit. Okay, and to show, there were 62 slides and 4 of them mention products which I then clearly state are not necessary, simply helpful. Okay, so let's go through these here. She goes through one by one to prove to the haters. Okay. You're in the right place if you felt called to be here. Okay, I felt like I should be here, so I guess I'm supposed to be here. And you seek clarity. If you find yourself yearning for a clearer picture of the world around you, physically and maybe even beyond the physical. Ooh, beyond the physical. Beyond the physical. Okay. You're open to new perspectives. If you're curious and open-minded, ready to explore diverse viewpoints and discover fresh ways of seeing the world. But if your viewpoint is that this class is not good, then you're wrong. You're committed to personal growth. If personal growth is a priority and you're willing to invest time and effort into becoming the version of you who truly sees, then you're in the right place. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love it, girl. Okay. Oh God, there's more. We don't have to go through the whole thing. You want to live authentically. You desire connection. You crave transformation. You long for empowerment. You're ready to take action. You just want to see what the heck is all this stuff. Okay, that she's not a farmer doctor, guys. She's not a farmer and she's not a farmer doctor. Get it straight. Okay, about me. Hey, my name is Samantha Lotus. She's a master coach, human optimization something, business mentor for maverick leaders. I'm here to show you not just something, but what is inevitable when you something yourself. When leaders, high achievers, and badasses are looking to achieve something and self-actualization in their personal lives, they work with me. Yeah, I'm sure. Mostly her family members thus far. Okay, she has a multi-modality background, something, psychology, naturopathy, holistic nutrition, so NLP, which is a, Tony Robbins thing, and life coaching, I'm assuming. She has been coaching for 15, I'm assuming, years, and have supported thousands of people to heal. Dis-ease, okay, here we go. Louise Hay, right here. You see it, dis-ease with a dash in between. That is 100% Louise Hay propaganda. Dis-ease reversal. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't even see this before. Dis-ease reversal, cancer healing, infertility. I'm assuming healing, immune conditions, parasites, chronic something, hormone imbalances. Okay, so get your seeds out. Eyesight, skin conditions. I hope to God that doesn't say bipolar, but it says polar right there. Depression, anxiety, eating disorders, self-esteem, self-hatred, trauma, and I'm assuming it says list goes on. Okay. Wow, she really is. She must be excellent. She has defied all odds and gone beyond psychology and the hospitals and the oncology and the infertility clinics. She doesn't need that. She just knows. She sees. God. But she's not a healer. Yeah, I never claimed to be a healer. Okay, well, you kind of said you were cancer healing people. Okay, what we'll learn today is understanding. So we're not going to understand. We're going to innerstand. Innerstanding of vision. Truly connecting to see and explore why your brain something, seeing with full clarity, the power of perspectives and overcoming limiting beliefs. Okay, Tony Robbins, thanks. Balancing the inner and outer worlds, pathway to vision and taking action. How to see and optimize vision, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Okay, so this is the video we're going to watch because I think this is where this masterclass came from, and I've been waiting to dive into this dude and see if he's legit. I believe he's got some credentials, but I think his ego has blown up to the point of like no return, and he's found money very closely, like how Joe Rogan has found money in the wellness supplement space. And once you're in that, you're like, God, I'm making $1 million a month here. I ain't going to stop. I want to, an island. And it just spirals out of control. That's my hypothesis, but I'm open-minded. But I'm not going in with like, this guy's a genius and he just wants to help. He just wants to help me. It says the science of vision, eye health, and seeing something. Dr. Huberman, a neuroscientist and professor of neurobiology, ophthalmology. Is he that? I don't think so, unless he's with another one. And by courtesy, psychiatry and behavioral science, Stanford of Medicine. I didn't know he had all of those credentials, and I wonder if that's true. We'll see. Okay, what is this one? So vision and visio. Vision is often used in medical and scientific context to refer to the physical sense of sight or the act of seeing. In metaphysical or philosophical context, the term vision or visio can have various interpretations. Yeah, how convenient. Often related to the concept of insight, understanding, or a deeper perception of reality. Metaphysically, vision or visio is connected to intuitive understanding, spiritual insight, inner guidance, creative inspiration, alignment with purpose. Okay, so we already saw this one. What do we see holistically, medically, metaphysically? Okay, observation. Release any need to blame, guilt, or shame yourself or anyone else. Simply notice what you are thinking and feeling. Breathe. Give thanks to this awareness, and now let it go. Okay, this is the eye break. You can change your eye color. This is her. I guess she included this in that? I don't know. This came after the fact, I think. So I guess she included a screenshot of one of her hater news articles in the masterclass, which makes no sense. Okay, a little background, my journey. So I guess this is a testimonial, I'm assuming. They went through a lot of trauma, health issues, emotional pain, chaos, and confusion in their earlier years, raised to parents who were not very mentally, emotionally, physically, or spiritually well, became very disconnected and depressed in my late teens and early 20s, was drinking a lot, partying, eating junk food, making poor choices, abusing myself in many ways. This is where I then realized I couldn't see well anymore, and my optometrist told me I need glasses. I wore glasses for 2 years, almost fully, and 5 years on and off. Cliffhanger. A little more background. I didn't want to see my life. I didn't want to see my parents. I didn't want to see the world. I didn't want to see the pain and injustice. I didn't want to see the future because I was scared. I didn't truly see myself because I was so lost. I had given my power to the medical system. Okay. I believed I needed glasses, so my mind, brain, and eyes stopped seeing. Okay. Fast forward, I'm assuming working with this, I guess this is her, because she just looks different from this. I can't see her because her face is cut off. I thought that was a different person, but apparently she just got a glow up. She loves life. So Samantha loves life and sees things. I love life and see things too differently spelled wrong. Healed my relationship with my parents. See the world as a playground. See pain in a whole new pain. I think these are typos. I think she's supposed to say see pain in a whole new way. She's excited about the future. She's reclaimed her power. I know I can see without glasses, so my mind, brain, and eyes see wonderfully. Wow, she really healed herself. How she figured it out, we'll never know. Okay, this is a testimonial. The medical doctor, something was negative and angry, closed-minded, something in the system, something about the matrix and toxic foods and lots of chemicals and drinking alcohol. Again, it says, Samantha has taught me about my self-healing capacities and motivated me to try healing modalities. I used to wear glasses with -2 and a strong cylinder, and now I have been glasses free for over 3 years. This is like people who say like and I'm not saying that, you know, it's not a good thing to not be on antidepressants, but like people who are like, I don't take any medicine. It's like, I don't think that that's great. I don't think that that's the best thing in the world. If you need medicine and you're taking it, I think that's pretty good. I don't think it's an automatic achievement. Like, I don't take any medicine. It's like, okay, I don't wear glasses. Like, okay, like that's sort of just a choice. Or some people need it and some people don't, and lucky for you or unlucky for you. I don't know. Some people love glasses. Some people's glasses are part of their style. So to me, it's not like, oh, wow, she's so lucky. She's got such an achievement here that she doesn't wear glasses. Okay, this is, oh wait, let me see. Thank you. I'm getting all ahead of myself here. I heard it go off. Was that a subscriber?
Colts.
Or Angela Arnold. Thank you. Welcome. You've been here, but I say welcome anyways. Let me see. Lillian. Thank you, Lillian. Welcome to the Pancake Breakfast Club. Welcome. And Angela Arnold, 1 year on the mango frequency. Thank you for the laughs. Oh, you're welcome. Did anyone see my Instagram stories from yesterday? That actually, let me just bring it up. Hold on. This is a side note, just specifically for Angela Arnold. Hold on. And everyone that's been here for a long time. We covered the Leela quantum energy box. Hold on. I just have to show everyone this. The mango frequency. I call this the Meemaw frequency. This poor old lady, like, what is she gonna become, like a Instagram model or something now? What are they trying to do to this lady? I feel so bad.
The mango frequency.
Release her. She didn't do nothing wrong. Okay, let her get out of this pseudoscience bullshit box. Okay, please. Here's a bad soundbite that I'm gonna regret pushing.
Grandma has lung cancer.
Thanks, medical medium. Okay, that wasn't me. That was medical medium, right?
It reminds me of something from the war.
Same. Also?
As you laugh while you're getting ready for bed, instead of praying to God, you're praying, I'm dead.
That's what I would think if I was forced by my grandson to put this on my head and take an Instagram photo. It's like, I survived World War II for this? God. Kill me now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being too jokey. We love you, Mima. We love you. We support you.
The mango frequency.
And just so you know, the caption on this says, show of hands for the people who wish they could do this. Show of hands, everybody. Yeah, that's what I thought. No one's going to put this stupid thing on their head. Oh, boy. And he's got his giant cucumber. I mean, that is pretty impressive, I will say. He's got a cucumber frequency for sure. He is tapped into that frequency there. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to the video. Thank you. Thank you, Angela. Okay. So, and to show them their 62 slides. Okay. So this is another testimonial. It says, I wore glasses since I was 4 or 5, and Sam helped me transition out of them. There were a lot of spiritual, emotional insights in addition to the physical aspect of my eyesight improving. Sam is a genius. I don't think so. And the testimonial on the side is freelance graphic designer, wasn't fulfilled, relationship mismatch, money, didn't see herself, lost something. And then transformed, very fulfilled, great relationships, abundance, sees herself, feels something, is seen. Wow. Amazing. Then this is her husband, who is the rebel archetype, who is the #1 best seeing man in the entire military. Okay. Oh, and the spiritual connection. So in the Bible and Buddhism and Hinduism and Islam and metaphysics, they all talk about seeing. Okay, this is talking about glaucoma and astigmatism, dry eyes. Okay, so here's the metaphysical healing woo. Now, where you need that open mind, people. I don't know what that means. Eye affirmations. My eyes are healthy and see clearly. Visualization. Visualize your eyes as healthy. Energy healing. Explore energy healing modalities like Reiki or prayer to balance the energy flow around your eyes. Chakra work. Focus on the ajna, third eye chakra, during meditation to harmonize energy related to vision. Soul therapy or regular therapy, probably for all these people. But meditate on the soul, your higher self, and ask to be shown the whole picture and to be protected and guided in your journey. Ooh. Okay, this is getting long and annoying, but you see it. Emotional, empathy, okay, emotional healing, anything there? Trauma, of course. Okay, lifestyle changes, emotional, mental connection. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, symbols and phrases, bad for you. Bad. Symbolic, no. Don't ever say, I'm blind as a bat, because if you do, it'll become true. Don't say, I can't see for shit. Don't say, I can't see without my glasses. Don't say, I'm nearsighted, I am farsighted, I have astigmatism, my eyesight sucks, I need glasses, I can't read without them, I have to have my contact lenses. It isn't safe for me to see. It isn't safe for me to be seen. Where are you? Where's the computer? I can't see. I've said it all in one big poem. Actually, let me turn on my, hold on. Let's make this a song too. I'm blind as a bat, I can't see for shit. I can't see without my glasses. I am nearsighted, I am farsighted. I have astigmatism, my eyesight sucks, I need glasses. I can't read without them. I have to have my contact lenses. It isn't safe for me to see. It isn't safe for me to be seen. When you put your glasses and your contacts, yeah, you cannot see for shit, and you need those. And then your body adapts to it, to the belief, and perpetrates it. Oh yeah. Good? Okay, thank you. Song number 2. That was actually not bad either, I will say. Everyone, what do you think? Do we like that or do we hate that? To myself, I applaud myself. I am excellent at singing, okay? I am an excellent healer via music. Okay. So now I am blind though, so that was worth the sacrifice. Okay. Physical connections, nutrition. So you're supposed to eat a bunch of vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, proteins, whole foods, ancestral foods, whatever that means. Enough calories, enough protein. Okay. Questions about feeling safe in your nervous system, connecting to positive energy and God. Your body can only be one of 2 states. I love when they say that. This is one of Cam's favorite things. When she's like, there's only 2 things in life. It's like the most simplified sentence ever. Oh, okay. There's only 2 types of people in life. It's like, no, there are a multitude of varieties of people and things in life. Let me tell you. Your body can only be in one of 2 states, fear or safety. To heal, you must create a state of safety and strength. Is that true? Oh, another eye break, extras. What about the children? What about the children? Oh, here's some more products, even more Doterra products. At least the first one was like an attempt. She's like, microdosing starter pack. Nah, the rest is just Doterra though. Is there her brother? That's so sad. Like, leave your brother's motocross accident out of this sales pitch bullshit, please. Your custom plan. You know you best. Do an audit. Hard truth. Oh God. Okay. This looks interesting. But first, Philly turned Texan. Thank you so much, Philly turned Texan. Philly turned Texan says, hubby retired out of the Army. I definitely remember all those award ceremonies where they handed out best vision in the military. It's like senior superlatives, like best cutest couple, most likely to succeed, best eyesight in the Army. She mistakenly thought that she was at a military ball, but she was actually at her nephew's birthday party. I don't know. She couldn't see because she didn't have her glasses where she was. She's like, oh, this is so great. This is the military. And they're like, ma'am, this is a high school prom. And your husband's not even here. And she was like, what? I'm excellent. Oh, here's a good one too. Here's an appropriate soundbite.
Tattoo it on the inside of your eyelids.
Tattoo the Matthew McConaughey event on the inside of your eyelids and then heal yourself directly afterwards. Also,
This is gold, straight up.
thank you, Philly turned Texan. I appreciate that. Okay, the hard truth, statistically, at least 10% of the people who purchase this will probably never watch the material. At least a quarter of you aren't really paying attention, distracted, multitasking, not focused. At least half of you will give up before you even try within a few days, you fucking losers. Some of you will judge this as total nonsense or not possible for me and stay blind. And whose fault is that? Yourself. Anyone who's blind, blame yourself. Okay, that's what she's saying here. And then there are those of you who know you are here for a reason and will create wonderful results for yourself. Some may take a year, others a few months, others will start seeing by tomorrow. Okay, everyone blossoms in their own timing. Okie dokie. So by going to this class, you may start seeing tomorrow. Okay, that seems like a huge promise that you cannot maintain. She really believes in her followers, though. She really is like, you guys suck. Only one person here is actually good, and it's me. Okay. Believe and choose. Okay. There's her follow-up, her last thoughts.
I'd like to address...
Oh, no. That was just a repeating. Okay. So do you want to listen to some Huberman's take on this? I feel like Samantha has... done her part. I guess we can look at her website, but I looked at her website and her website was kind of like, I mean, she took it down already, or she's a private site, but if you go Wayback Machine, you can see it, but she's got like, retreats and she's got one-on-one coaching and that's about it. Nothing that we haven't seen before. So, I would like to see the Huberman thing that she's based it on. I think let me just check. I'm not missing any videos that are relevant. I think are good. Okay. So everyone, thanks Samantha for her time. We enjoyed it. We love your attitude. You are so positive. You don't have repressed anger for sure. For sure is what I got out of that. I did not feel the anger seething through your veins while speaking. Okay, so he's got a couple. Let's see. The one that she showed specifically. Improve your eyesight, the science of vision. Okay, and this one is Dr. Jeffrey Goldberg, how to improve your eye health and offset vision loss. Both from 2 years ago. So, improve focus. Neuroscientist morning routine for optimal performance. There's nothing I hate more than a video that's labeled that. Of course, red light therapy. God, this guy is so intense. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman on future treatments for vision loss. Okay, so let's watch the one that she linked. This one.
Welcome.
Okay, there's an eyeball, everybody. It's an hour and 49 minutes, this thing. Oh my God, I thought my shit's long. Oh my God. Okay, we'll see how long we get through. I don't know if I can do the whole thing. We'll see. This is a lot. Okay, let's do it.
To the Huberman Lab podcast, where we discuss science and science-based tools for everyday life. I'm Andrew Huberman, and I'm a professor of neurobiology and ophthalmology at Stanford School of Medicine. This podcast is separate from my teaching and research roles at Stanford. It is, however, part of my desire and effort.
We have the same microphone. It's my desire and intention to make money for myself, by myself.
To bring zero cost to consumer information about science and science-related tools to the general public. Okay. In keeping with that theme, I'd like to thank the sponsors of today's podcast. Our first sponsor is Roka. Founded by two All-American swimmers from Stanford, Roka eyeglasses and sunglasses have really been designed with the utmost...
I'm confused. Why is an eyeglass company supporting the movement against eyeglasses? Okay.
care and the utmost attention to the science of optics and the visual system. So one of the things I like so much about Roka eyeglasses and sunglasses is that they're extremely lightweight if you get sweaty, so for instance, if you wear them while running or walking.
Thanks, Beauty School Dropout. I am late. Live, laugh, love. You're welcome here. And there's always a replay too, so you can catch up. You are just getting to the beginning of Andrew Huberman telling us about eyesight. So I'm excited.
Are you freaking bonker pants?
Thank you, Beauty School Dropout. Welcome.
Or hiking, they don't slip off. And with the sunglasses, when you're outdoors, if there's cloud cover or if there's shadows or...
Some people are against sunglasses as well, just for the record. Actually, no, I was going to play the Mind Valley guy, but let's do this one. It's more important. She didn't link to the other one. But the Mind Valley guy, he also has one about vision coaches and practicing and training your eyes. And he got himself out of eyeglasses too. So this is not just her thing, just to say. This is a wider trend that's, I think, trying to take off because there's niches for every single part of your health, like hormone balancing. Okay, that's not even a real thing. That's a niche. Eyesight, smelling things more deeply, I'm sure is going to come. Hearing better, your itchy toe fungus, that'll be a whole thing. Parasites, like it never ends. This is a never ending, anything that your body does, there will be a coach that will help you improve or, get rid of something.
You probably have parasites.
True. Okay, back to it.
Or if the day gets brighter or dimmer, you can still see your surroundings to your sleep needs.
Okay, we're just going to skip that part because we get it.
We are now beginning a new topic for the next 4 to 5 episodes of the Huberman Lab podcast. Before we move into that, I want to just briefly touch on a couple questions that I got from the last...
He's very intense with his staring, I will say. He's very good at staring and then delivering the message fairly well, I will say.
Episode, which was related to the science of endurance training. I described the 4 kinds of endurance training. We posted protocols of the specific 4 kinds of endurance training at hubermanlab.com. Just go to that episode. You can see the download. It's a zero-cost PDF. I got a lot of questions about what's called concurrent training, which is how to program endurance training if you are also interested in strength and hypertrophy training.
I don't know what you're talking about. I want to talk about when I can ditch my eyeglasses, Andrew. Come on. Jeez.
Unrelated to physical performance, starting with this episode, and for the next 4 to 5 episodes, we're going to talk all about the senses.
Good.
That's sight, eyesight, hearing, touch, taste,
being a psychic,
smell,
conversing with aliens.
And we are also going to talk about this critical sense that we call interoception, or our sense of our internal real estate. Now, the reason that we are talking about the senses is because if you understand how the senses
are... He really enunciates every word that he says. I think that probably makes him sound like an authority because it really sounds like he's very intentional about every word. That's a skill, man. For an hour and 50 minutes, that's a skill to be able to do that for that amount of time.
Perceived, what they're about, what the underlying cells and connections are about, you will be in a terrific position to understand the month's topic that follows, which is all about mental health. Now, I want to emphasize that if you're somebody who doesn't have any trouble seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, and has an excellent sense of interoception, I do believe that these episodes will still be very relevant to you because they have everything to do with how you move through the world, how you make sense of information, and how you organize your thoughts and your emotions. I also want to emphasize that we're going to cover a lot of practical.
I gotta say, get to it. Get to it. My God, this is just like a content format thing. This is what I've never listened to one of his podcasts, but everyone talks about it as if it's the best. Like, this is 8 minutes so far, and all he's doing is like, the past episodes were this, the future episodes are this, we're going to talk about this. It's like, can we get to it? Get to it. I have an ADD, I don't really have ADD, but I have an ADD style brain now because of TikTok and my phone. I need that dopamine hit by now. Please.
Tools. So today's episode is going to be all about vision and eyesight, a topic that's very near and dear to my heart because it's the one that I've been focusing on for well over 25 years of my career. But we're not just going to get into the mechanistic details about how light is converted into electrical potentials and things like that.
Good.
We are going to talk about practical tools that you can and should use to help maintain the health of your visual system and your eyesight. Very often, young people will say, what should I do? You're always talking about, neuroplasticity and how it tapers off over time.
Mai says, this guy talks about things he isn't qualified for. Yeah, that's my criticism too that I've heard. Now, if he is an ophthalmology person, that does kind of make it seem like he's got some background in this specifically, which gives him a leg up. But like the wide variety of topics he chooses and also promotes supplements for, I'm just like, yeah, okay, you're not qualified. So you're just saying whatever you want to say to better sell your shit, is my opinion.
But I'm a young person.
Thanks,
what should I do? You should absolutely train and support your eyesight. In fact, if you're a young person and you see perfectly, or you feel as if you see the world perfectly, you are in the best position to bolster, to reinforce that visual system so that you don't lose your vision as you age. In addition, you can leverage your visual system for better mental and physical performance. And we're going to talk about that.
Oh my God.
If you're somebody who suffers from a clinical disorder of vision, you have trouble seeing, or if you need corrective lenses in order to see, this episode is definitely for you. And while, of course, I can't make clinical diagnoses, I can't have a one-on-one conversation with any of you in this format, nor am I a clinician. I'm a scientist, not a physician. I did consult with our chair of ophthalmology, Dr. Jeffrey Goldberg at Stanford University School of Medicine, as well as several other people, to really vet the information and make sure that the protocols that I'm describing are consistent with the clinical literature.
Oh my God. I don't know if I can do this, guys. I want to go back to Samantha. Samantha, save us. At least Samantha had some life to her. Samantha. Okay, let's just go to Samantha. Even if she's not talking about vision, let's just like dive into her. I don't think I can handle this boring ass lecture. What is this? Samantha Lotus provides tips to stay healthy when you travel on daytime Ottawa. Oh, there's DC's video. Hey, DC, whoop whoop. Samantha Lotus video. Yeah, yes, this is what we need. Living a purposeful and healthy life, biohacking, human and societal flourishing. Yes. This is what we're going to do. Okay, I'm saving the show. I'm saving it. I'm excellent at saving the show.
This is a really intense woman. Get off your butt.
Okay, here we go. This is all about Samantha Lotus. Human and societal flourishing. Whatever this means. Self-reliance.
For those of you who are new here, my name is Samantha Lotus. It's been my pleasure organizing.
This is live from Envision Festival in Costa Rica. Hell yeah.
And helping run the mastermind and the camp and getting to chat here with all of you beautiful humans. It's really...
I'm sure this cost $10,000 to go sit in the forest in Costa Rica and, feel enlightened.
Just so beautiful to be all together here, sharing space, sharing ideas, sharing energy, feeding off one another, and hopefully being nourished as we're being depleted by the sun at the same time. All right, so today I got to choose what the day was about, and I wanted it to be about structural flourishing and human flourishing. Like that word flourishing is something that's really potent within me. I think about it a lot. I grew up in a family that was amazing, and
a family? What? Say it isn't so.
And surrounded by a lot of darkness. Both my parents are extremely depressed. Poverty mindset, scarcity, addiction, distraction, running away from reality, like really, really in their density.
My parents are poverty mindset. Me too, girl. My parents wouldn't buy me a brand new Beamer for my Sweet 16. Poverty mindset. Hate them. I love them, but I hate them. They're so poverty mindset. Oh boy. Thank you, Mai. Mai says he's a neuroscientist. Yeah, I don't care what he is. He's boring as fuck. That's all I can say about Andrew Huberman, given that. I gave him 10 minutes and he gave me nothing. So, I don't know.
Her charisma is straight up off the charts.
I prefer Samantha. Samantha, I can heal your eyesight, Lotus, than a boring thing. and I like to keep it interesting. So here we go. Thank you, Mai. Back to Samantha's childhood trauma.
And I was a happy kid. I'm like a sunshine. I just came out like a sunshine, and that's just how I was. And both my parents were extremely depressed. And my stepdad was extremely depressed. And we lived in a poorer part of town. And everyone in my family has some kind of cancer.
Jesus. How does that make sense? She was perfect. She came out like sunshine. But given that, like her parents being poverty, depressed mindset people, she should have came out with toxins and brown eyes. Am I right? How did she come out okay? She just was, she was like higher consciousness from birth, I guess, is what she's saying, I suppose. Yeah, she is, I think she's a narcissist. Not a clinical one, but just really thinks that, you know, what do they say in that Outkast song? Roses don't smell like poo-poo. That she thinks everything, you know, she does is perfect, no matter what.
Cancer physically, and I believe of the mind and energetically as well. And I just remember growing up and feeling like everyone around me was sick, stressed, diseased, depressed, and oppressed. And I didn't get it. I was like, but life is great and the world is amazing. Look at nature. Look at everything that we have. I feel amazing. Why is it that everybody feels sick, stressed, diseased, depressed, and oppressed? I didn't get it.
Because they were working. You were a child. That's why. Duh.
Get why my mom couldn't just tell me that she loved me. I didn't get why my stepdad had to yell all the time. I didn't get why my dad had to pop pills and drink, 2 bottles of whiskey every night. It just didn't make sense to me. When I was like, why can't we just hug and be happy? And as a little girl, I remember.
Can you imagine like going to a festival? Like, I want to go and work on my mental health. And you're just sitting out in the forest in Costa Rica, like, I can't wait to just decompress and take a break from work. And someone gets up on stage, like, my life was horrible and my parents drink and take pills. Like, can you guys relate? It's like, I thought we were going to do meditation and like yoga. Like, what is this? What is this for? Oh, okay. All right. We're getting deep here on this. What is this? Rave stage here?
Remember deciding, like, I promised myself that when I become an adult, when I get big and people actually listen to me, when they actually listen to me, I'm going to find the solution. I'm going to find the solution to just help people be fucking happy and healthy and well. And so I decided that. I remember being 6 years old, and I decided when I grow up, I'm going to be a lighthouse. And I've been committed to that ever since.
I'm going to provide masterclasses via Zoom when I'm a grown-up to heal their eyesight.
Thank you. I love you. I love you. So what I did was I went to school. I thought I was going to be a doctor and a psychiatrist. So I went to school. I studied psychology, sociology, anthropology. I went to medicine school. I became a naturopathic practitioner. I spent the last 11 years working with people through transformation from sick, stress.
I feel like I thought I was going to be a doctor. And then she says, I went to all these classes. And then I went to naturopathy, which is very different than being a traditional doctor, obviously. And now she's saying, I worked with all these people. It's like, so, but at what point did you stop taking the classes? Like freshman year of your bachelor's? Like probably, most likely, because you've gone so off course from being a psychiatrist. But she's going to kind of wrap it up so you feel like, oh, she basically was a doctor and just is working with clients already. But I don't think that's the case.
Disease, depressed, oppressed, into feeling like they actually want to be alive. And that was my personal journey too. I went through life just asking, like, why am I even here? Why am I contributing to this world that feels so fucking like just oppressive when I just have to go to work 9 to 5 and come home to be like, to do what? To buy the car, to drive to.
I feel like I used to be this person, Samantha person, because I thought that I was the only one who had these thoughts. Like, like we could just not work. Like, has anyone thought of like just like not working? Like, why are we like in the system, man? Like, come on. Like, no one has ever had these thoughts before. And then once you get into these spaces, everyone thinks this. This is like the human condition. But all these people, including myself at the time, thought we were special for having these questions about life. Like, why do I have to work? Why do I have to, not be happy 24/7? But I think when you grow up, thankfully, like I did, I believe, or at least somewhat, like you realize like, oh, this is just how life is, and you deal with it, you cope with it the best you can. But these people that start these businesses and become these gurus, they think deep in their heart that they really are the solution to all of humanity's issues, which is finding purpose and having, you know, meaning in life, or finding the meaning of life. Like, she thinks she's the first person to think like, I wonder what the meaning of life is. It's like, and then they all support each other in this delusion. And I think that's where it gets out of control and cults form and all that, because it's just becomes so unrealistic at a certain point.
To work, to pay for the car, to drive to work, to sit in traffic, to hate traffic.
Like, everyone knows
all of it. And then like the, you know, experiencing health issues of my own from being raised in a family where eating Kraft dinner and raw hot dogs was a thing, and that is a thing. And experiencing my own health issues and going to the doctors and not having any answers. I had every single system in my body shut down one after another. When I was 17, I started to lose my menstrual cycle. When I was 21, I got hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's. When I was 24, I couldn't digest anything. I was having panic attacks. I was collapsing. I was fainting. I had brain fog. My body was literally just not functioning. And I got to a point where I almost died. I had such a systemic blood infection that they thought was cancerous, and I was told I had to get chemotherapy and do all of the things. And I remember going from doctor to doctor to doctor to specialist to like for years, and everyone was just like, oh, well, we're just going to send you here for more testing and more testing and more supplements and more drugs. And I just remember feeling like screaming at the top of my lungs, and nothing was coming out. Like, where the fuck do we go? Like, what do we do? It just felt hopeless for a really long time. And as I had my full breakdown, where I waiting for an ambulance to get.
So did you have cancer or no? I'm a little confused by that story. Kind of like, they thought I had it. They told me this, and then I didn't finish the story.
And taken to the hospital thinking I was dying. I got the opportunity to really sit with myself and to see how the way that I perceive the world as this dark pit of oppression and density contributed to me being sick. And I remember being faced with this choice. I probably could have died that day, and I was given an opportunity to choose life again.
For what? What is she going to die from? I'm confused.
And I remember having this, you hear about people near death and like spiritual meet God, that whole thing. It happened to me. I didn't believe that could happen, and it happened. And God was me, higher self. And I remember committing.
God was me. Are you the Messiah, Samantha? Seems like that's what you're starting to think about yourself. Okay.
To choosing something different. I'm like, I can either stay in this victim role of hating the world, hating all my doctors, hating the system, hating the government, hating the education system, hating the banking system, hating the GMOs and the pharmaceuticals. I hated all of it. I got like so much.
I have a feeling she still hates it. Everything but Doterra.
Rage. I'm really good at hating things. And I could let that eat me alive, which I did for a very long time, or I could choose to be a part of some kind of solution. Or if not, I would have died. So I decided, okay, what would it look like if I became a person that was part of contributing to the solution, first for myself, second for my family, and third for the world? And that's where everything really changed.
I'm missing the point. I was going to die at the hospital. Because of what? Doctors kept sending me for tests. They didn't know, but I was definitely dying, and God took me back or something. It's like, can you finish a thought so I can understand where you're coming from or no? JLB Nerdy. Thank you so much, JLB Nerdy. JLB Nerdy says, I had a client like this. Last convo was all her conspiracy theories. It was wild, and I was glad to not have to go back again. Yeah. I don't disagree with like the banking system, and then things are unfair and like all this stuff. I feel like that's a fairly typical, place that a lot of people come to and think about and deal with every day. But I think it becomes narcissistic, or like, maybe not narcissistic, sorry, maybe it's too strong. Self-centered to think that you are somehow going to fix that by your Doterra oils, by your master classes, by whatever. It's like you can be a part of something, but you're not going and fixing, Coke not pharmaceuticals, like the oil company. You're not going to BP and saying we need to take the microplastics out of the ocean. Like, why don't they ever do projects like that? Why are they always just doing these for-profit coaching for leaderships and high achievers and all the people that are already at this festival? That's their clients. They're all each other's clients and coaches. Like, if you really want to affect the world, why don't you go outside of your bubble a little bit, outside of the Costa Rican, jungle for, retreat or whatever that they are paying to be at, and like go approach these companies somehow, or start a large corporation that doesn't hurt the environment. Like, it's always just like, oh, I'm the Messiah. I'm changing my world and like life in the most capitalistic bullshit way. It's like, that's where I just roll my eyes, because I'm like, okay. You can hate all that stuff. We all hate that stuff, I think, for the most part. We all see the problems with it, but I'm not deluded enough to think I'm going to be fixing it by myself. I'm coping like a lot of people are. Anyways, thank you, JLB Nerdy. And for that, I say...
Network marketers fail at everything.
True. And that's a side note on Jessie Lee Ward. It seems like she's in the hospital, by the way, like in the ICU. She made a weird post. I thought it was weird, very odd, about how her cancer had been shrinking or had shrunk. And basically she was kind of inferring that she had cured herself. And it did not come off normal to me. And now apparently she's in the hospital. So we wish her well. I feel badly for her that she's, she chose this route. But hey, again, it's your life, your choices. But yeah, that is going on. So we'll update you when I know anything. And also, JLB, I'll say this.
We have a lot of really great friends from Canada.
Thank you. All right, here we go. Back to her near-death experience, which I'm not sure where or how she was near death. She has not explained that whatsoever.
It changed for me. I started to get better as I chose life. I started to decide to do the things that a healthy, happy person would do. I decided to seek alternate modalities like Reiki, like metaphysical healing, like detoxification, like juicing, like yoga, all of these different things to really nourish my mind and my body. And I started to research, well, why was it that I got so sick? Why is it that we're so oppressed? What are the forces? What are the structures? And what are the systems that are collapsing our ability to really experience human flourishing and societal flourishing? And again, I was mirrored in my body of this like victim, right? I thought that it was my parents' job to love me and make me feel good. I thought it was society's job to take care of me. I thought my teachers were supposed to impart all of this wisdom on me. I thought my doctors were supposed to teach me how to be well. I was conditioned and socialized to outsource everything. No power, right? I don't have any power. I'm just supposed to be taken care of by everything. Because that's what I was taught. And that's what we're all taught. It's like we prescribe to this society that just everything is taken care of us, but we give away our true power to be well. Essentially, there's a cost of this. And we're seeing...
Isn't this incredibly individualistic? That like all these people who have gone through, training of some sort, or who have, spent hours and hours and hours in a practice or doing something, that they are unqualified. Only you can fix yourself or heal yourself or know yourself. You cannot trust anyone else. You cannot lean on anyone else. They will lead you astray. I find that to be extremely at odds with an event like this that is supposed to be about, communal happiness and bliss and joy. It's like this message does not align at all, except for, a bunch of individualistic people spending time together in a collective that aren't helping each other, though, unless they're buying and selling products towards each other. Isn't that the capitalism that you claim to hate? It's just like so twisted.
We were seeing this in our bodies. We're seeing this in our society. And so my question to myself was, well, what would it look like if we lived in a society where we were all well, where there was human flourishing and there was societal flourishing? What would that have to look like? And while I don't have all of the answers, I have some theories. And again, it's instead of top down, just allowing our society to dictate, allowing our doctors to dictate, allowing the systems to dictate, allowing the companies to tell us what to think and what to eat and how to act and what to feel, to really reclaim our own power, to ask ourselves, well, what would it be like if I was empowered? What would it be like if I took ownership over my sovereignty, over my body, over how I show up in the world, over the work that I put out, over the systems that I create, over the festivals I put together, over the stages that I build? What would it look like for me to go out into my communities and to share my experience? What would it be like to change the energetic from victim to victor? Like, what does society really need?
More life
And that's
coaches.
what I feel we're experiencing. We're experiencing this massive paradigm shift where it's not a top-down model where we're just blindly walking through like cogs in a wheel, just accepting what is given to us. With this rise in consciousness and this awakening.
But I think that's something that I need to overcome still, and I'm trying. But we are cogs in a wheel. Like, if we are a collective society in which we all help each other and we all grow food together and we share and we're cooperative and we're not relying on competition, which is the current model in capitalism, then we can't only solely rely on ourselves. We have to rely on each other. That's the thing. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm wrong or she's wrong or we're both wrong or what, but it just seems like they want the best of both. I want to be a millionaire. I want to go on luxury trips. I want to fly in planes and whatever. But I also don't want anyone to tell me what to do. And I also don't want, I want to be completely self-sufficient. It's like, if you're getting on a plane, you're not self-sufficient. I'm sorry. But then they're like, that's fine. That's acceptable. Like, they give themselves different, like, I can go and stay at the Marriott. That's fine. That doesn't count against me as not being self-sufficient. It's like, so then why even bother preaching this then? I don't know. I'm ranting.
We're really stepping into a new paradigm of co-creation, recognizing that we're not going to just be told what to do. We're not going to just accept what was, these broken, obsolete systems that we're starting to see cracking and falling. But instead of looking around at like, okay, well, who's going to build the next one? Like, what new government's going to come in and what new structures and what new systems are going to come into play to save us? We're the ones that get to build that. And for me, that's what societal flourishing and human flourishing is being in our power, being empowered with the vision of what we want to see in the world.
There's a guy right there, or somebody on a hammock just sleeping. That's when you know your speech is really good, when someone's sleeping behind stage.
With the energetic of what we want to feel in our world. And how can we cultivate that within ourselves first? Like, to truly feel that within us so that we can emanate that outwards and share that with the world. And so with that, we have beautiful panels about creating conscious community. We have talks coming up about being empowered, about reclaiming your power, about stepping into greatness. But before that, I really want to hear from you. I want this to be more of a conversation rather than just us speaking to you. I want to know, what does human flourishing mean for you? Or what does societal flourishing mean for you? What are some of the solutions that you have or some of the ideas that you have that you maybe haven't felt like you could share or that there wasn't a place or a stage for you? Does anyone have any opinions on what that would mean to change the way that the world currently is with these systems to step into new systems and new paradigms?
Ask the parrot.
Does anyone have anything that they would like to share?
Ask the sloth.
Do you want to come up and... Yeah.
Hurry up.
Yo. I'm Yali, everyone. How are you guys doing? Yeah.
Woo.
Well, it's kind of a short answer. I think that for me, the shift is firstly taking the perspective of taking responsibility for our lives and for our actions.
Is that a plate or a frisbee? Vote below.
And being in that state of leadership and accountability. And I think it starts with vulnerability and transparency. I think.
What does that mean? What does that fucking mean? Okay. A new society starts with vulnerability and what did she say? Responsibility. Okay, can you put that in an actual sentence? Can you put that in any sort of non-lofty, vague-ass response? That is the challenge to all self-helpers. What does that look like? Do we have a post office? Are there restaurants? Who's going to pave the roads? Like, figure out that stuff. No. We're going to start with vulnerability and end with love and end with utter destruction and cannibalism, I think is the truth. It's like, I also have, all these concerns, but again, I don't delude myself to think that going to this Costa Rica, retreat is going to fix anything. That's the difference, I think, between like people who are dealing with issues and people who think they're solving issues and are actually just throwing money to charlatans. That's where I get angry, I think.
I think that the real paradigm shift is people getting really real, and being able to create connections and conversations from that raw place of vulnerability.
Our brains are mush. The internet has killed us internally. We're not even speaking actual words anymore. This is the perfect example. None of this is actual thoughts that she's had. This is regurgitated keywords from all of the Joe Dispenza fucking lectures she's heard in the last 10 years, and it's rotted her brain.
It's also, finding ways, and sorry for not coming up with like the package solution, but I can definitely think of some of them. Like some of the stuff we're doing here, right? Like it's authentic relating and it's coming together in places like these. But it's also leaving these comfort zones and these what I call like charging stations and going out there and then being an example to that, by creating more conscious, open conversations with people.
Selling and shilling your oils, AKA.
Yeah, I think it's authenticity, vulnerability, and definitely taking responsibility.
These people are just lost. I'm sorry. I'm also lost. So, we're all just wandering around Earth, just hoping for the best here. But to think that these people have figured it out in some way is total bullshit and ridiculous.
And creating the world that we want to live in.
Yeah.
Huh?
Can we get some love for that answer? And for this beautiful human that was vulnerable and courageous coming up here and sharing. You're welcome.
Like, I think she really thinks, and I hate to be so mean, but she really thinks like, oh, this was impactful to somebody. What I just came up and said was brave and was, like helping the new 5D world form. It's like, you said a bunch of jibble-jabble nothing. You just put a bunch of words together that don't even make sense and are meaningless. You did not do anything. You wasted 30 seconds of everyone's time.
And that's truly what I feel. I feel being courageous, right? There, fear and scarcity and oppression and anger and resentment and guilt, shame, blame, beautiful emotions that are very guiding for us, and yet they're not effective to build from those places. And so the way to counter some of those emotions and feelings and ways that we perceive the world is to step into our bravery. It's to step into courage. It's to step into faith and love and trust and surrender.
What does that look like, though?
So thank you for sharing that. Is there anyone else that wants to share something that's on their heart?
Yeah, me.
One and then two. You can both come up.
Yeah.
You're first, Missy.
Ooh, barefoot, babe.
Mine's also a short answer. Hey, my name is Suzanne. I think that with all this, we're first and foremost called to help the poor, because that entire group of people, which could be some of us, could be outside of us or outside of our social circles, they can't even process what it means to have an elevated consciousness or even the ability to have ever thought positively if they're in the hand-to-mouth daily mentality. I used to work with homeless and at-risk youth, and I saw these kids that came from families who are not able to even have their basic needs met, no shelter.
Okay, all right. I wholeheartedly disagree that the poor cannot contemplate these large human condition problems because they're so focused on the hand to mouth, whatever she said, method or whatever. I think, of course, yes, to have your basic needs met does make it easier, obviously. And I think that's a big problem with all this shit is like, yeah, you can't even think about, being the exceptional person that they all claim that they're working on when you're working and, surviving. I do agree with that. But the fact that this random life coach most likely is going to help the poor so that they can even start to contemplate these giant ideas that these, geniuses, these Harvard grads here are talking about at this, stupid yuppie retreat is insulting to me. Very insulting. It's like, girl, just because your family's rich or whatever does not mean that you are superior, and that if you give people money that somehow they are going to now be aligned with your beliefs. That is insane. God.
So I just think that we are called to use our resources to first house and feed people. And then comes, after those basic needs are met,
indoctrination.
Then those conversations. And I'm sorry if people don't agree with that, and that we should just have the conversations with like-minded people, and that's going to help everybody. But I really feel like if we want to reach maximum communities, then we need to be serving. So. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really love what you shared there. It's easy and fun for us to get in circles like this where everyone's like-minded and you're like, everyone in the world is so conscious and doing great things and that's amazing. And then it just stays here, right? And we just like circulate the energy here and then feel amped up and then go into our lives and just enjoy all of the abundance that we have. And yet that's not really what the work is. It's about how can we take and cultivate what was created here, what was planted here, what was seeded here, planted in our hearts, and really allow it to be nourished, allow that to grow. And how can we step out into the world, into our communities, into the people that are really needing us?
So like, what's the plan, girls? What's the plan, ladies? There's been 3 people speaking so far. How are we going to house the homeless? By consciously conversing with our authenticity and vulnerability. Okay, so is that a hotel chain that I'm unaware of or what?
To step up and serve. God. If you are here, you are more fortunate than 95% of the population? Like just the fact that you got here, even if you have to borrow money from your mother, like to get here, you are still more fortunate than probably 95% of the population. And you don't have to own any responsibility to do anything, but you get to if you want to. Like, I feel entitled. I'm a tall, pretty beautiful white girl, right?
Pretty beautiful. So humble queen. I'm pretty beautiful and pretty excellent at healing people's eyesight problems. I have never had a bad day in my life. My parents' poverty mindset. Oh boy. She's got an interesting perspective there. King Intern. Thank you, King Intern. Okay, cult. Where is that? Okay. Cult.
Okay. Cult.
Yes. Okay. How do you spell that though?
This spells cult. C-U-L-T.
What is this?
Nobody blames the egg.
True. We haven't talked about the evils of eggs in this conference yet, so that's the true culprit. And this cure? Celery.
Gonna have to actually drink a little celery juice. Keep me going here.
All right, here we go. Housing the homeless, how to do it, and $10 mastermind.
I am. I just know that. And I come from a Western culture where I've had money. I've never had to struggle. I've never had to be famished. I
thought her parents were poverty mindset.
I went to university. Like, that's huge. That's massive. Doors are open for me where for a lot of people they aren't. I have way more opportunities than many people. And I know that. And so I can just take that and be like, okay, great, yeah. Or I have a responsibility. I choose to have the responsibility that I get to do something about that. I feel that when we are gifted and when we are blessed, we have an opportunity to give. We're not supposed
So what are you giving, girl? What are you giving? You're doing luxury masterminds online where you go to like a locale, like a beautiful location, and she does one-on-one coaching, probably for a lot of money. And she does $11 mastermind, which is just secretly, co-optedly a, Doterra sales pitch. Okay. And you get paid, $5,000 because you, now I will say, I'm glad she did it for $11, not $1,100. So the masses can participate, but she still made money from it. So because you're privileged and you want to just save the world, what are you actually doing to do that? I have not seen or heard anything that makes me feel like she's doing that.
to be these, I don't believe we're supposed to be these containers that just hold it and hoard it. Allow the blessings, allow the abundance, allow the resources, allow the downloads to flow through. I truly believe that we're meant to be conduits of ideas, of inspiration, of love, of resources, of abilities. And so that, we get to help the poor. We get to share. We get to heal. We get to do these things. And shifting that perspective from I have to like, oh, I get to. And at some part, my soul chose this to to do this. And so I get to accept that this is what
Her soul chose to be privileged. Other souls chose to be poor and blind and deaf, in her opinion. Yeah, that sounds right.
I want to contribute to the world. When you see that as this is your opportunity that you have to step into the greatest version of yourself, everything shifts. True. Activated. Energy is endless. You become this conduit for the divine. And it's amazing. So thank you so much for bringing that up. All right. Hey.
Thank you. Hey, everybody.
Put a shirt on. Put a shirt on. Come on.
How are you doing? My name's Jordan. There's a guy called Daniel Schmachtenberger. Maybe some of you have heard of him. He's a absolutely brilliant, luminous mind.
I don't know. What's his name? Dr. Schmolkenberger? Hold on.
There's a guy called Daniel Schmachtenberger.
Daniel Schmachtenberger. What's that one song that we used to sing as kids? Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is my name too. Daniel Schmachtenberger. Na 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 na. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Na 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 na. Schmachten? I'm just looking him up. Hold on. Oh, I found it. Oh God, he looks like a cult leader. Hold on. He is a founding member of the Consilience Project, aimed at improving public sense-making, whatever that is, and dialogue. The thorough line of his interests has to do with ways of improving the health and development of individuals and society with a virtuous relationship between the two as a goal. Okay, that sounds like word salad to me.
Why does this sound cult every second?
It says, click. Yeah, this sounds like a real on an up and up website for sure. I don't know. He's got a website. He looks like he's being held hostage. I'm not gonna.
And after production distribution, it turns them into a combination of pollution and trash.
His name is Daniel Schmachtenberger Schmidt. No. He's a Gita master. Or this is a Gita master series. Doesn't he look like he's like, I've been held hostage for 7 years, but it's beautiful out here, so it's okay.
Right? How we make the packaging, what materials are used.
Okay, so that's who he's talking about, just so you know, just to give you some context. Man with beard. He's a brilliant, luminous mind.
Maybe some of you have heard of him. He's a absolutely brilliant, luminous mind. He likes to say that in the current moment, we're gaining the power of gods through technology. We're literally gaining the power to destroy and create worlds. I mean, this planet is presently laced with thousands of nukes that could blow us all to hell. We've literally gained the power of demigods. And he's saying we're gaining the power of gods But without the love and wisdom and care of gods, we will self-destruct. Our species will self-destruct, will decimate.
His tattoo says, become what you are, which is basically the sentiment of every self-help book. Become who you are supposed to be before you know who you are supposed to be. Huh? What? Become who you're meant to be. I think I am who I am. And everyone evolves. Let's just leave it at that.
The biosphere, if we don't learn how to upgrade our collective ability to manage this power that we're gaining. It's like our species' power has been increased exponentially, and with that...
She's not even listening. She's like over here getting a pedicure or something. Giving a pedicure to somebody. She's like, yeah, whatever you're saying, yeah, very important to me, but I'm not listening.
At exponential increase comes also an exponential increase in responsibility to wield that power wisely.
She's like, I'm actually leaving because somebody took my glasses and smashed them, and now I'm going to have to call my doc and get another secret pair.
And so, without the love and wisdom and care of gods, we will misuse this power and it will be our demise. And so, gaining that love and wisdom and care, I think it really does begin with the individual quest for those things, the individual decision to activate yourself as a student of life and as a...
Honestly, these people, I think, are all just like brainwashed by capitalism. Like, capitalism has sunk its teeth into everybody. And again, it's like a coping thing. It's like, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. You live in a country where capitalism is king. You got to morph and deal with it in some way and keep sane. But I think it's really like, it's infiltrated the wellness space and the new age space in such a way that is so interesting to me, because it's like they have bought into, it's your individuality that makes you more part of the human race, that makes you more part of the universe. Like, you and you alone have to buy all these products and attend all these conferences and retreats and festivals alone to connect with others, to be part of a larger system. That is capitalism. Like, working. Like, you need to each buy a ticket to go and be in community. Isn't that insane? Like, that's just... they think they've risen above it, but you haven't. You've just been tricked like all of us, but actually you're more tricked because you think you're not tricked, in my opinion.
As a student of nature and as a seeker of wisdom, and to undertake this quest of peeling back the layers and finding that deep, authentic part of yourself and stepping into your fullness and becoming that most honest, loving expression of yourself. And it really does have to start with individual human beings, because ultimately our group identities, while important, are kind of abstractions to some extent that we're overlaying atop the fundamental unit of humanity, which is the individual. And so it really starts with you. It starts with your individual pursuit of awakening and love and enlightenment. And then we have to learn how to do that at scale, which is very difficult. We have to learn how to be kind.
And that is such another thing, like entrepreneurial thing to say, business mindset at scale. We have to scale the human experience. It's like, you are in the matrix, as they all claim they're out of. I'm awake. No, you're not. You are a cog, as she said, in the wheel of capitalism, just like the rest of us. You are not superior. Again, you are more tricked into thinking you've overcome it.
Kind to each other at scale, which is a whole nother set of challenges. Structural flourishing is not so simple, and a lot of people want it to be simple. They think, okay, we need to be kind at scale, so what does that look like? And they want to jump to an answer like, well, it looks like libertarianism or anarchism or communism or feminism or whatever it is. They want to jump to a pre-existing ideology. But actually, I think the world is so complex and the present moment is so complex that we really need to allow ourselves to be in this liminal space between the present paradigms and whatever is going to replace them. We need to be comfortable with not knowing exactly what those next paradigms are going to be, because no one fucking knows. No one knows the answer to this unbelievably, unprecedentedly complex question of how can we be kind at scale to 7 billion humans and trillions of sentient beings. That is a question of unfathomable complexity. And so what we need to do...
Excuse me, what was that last part? Trillions of what? Aliens? We need to scale to the trillions of aliens out there. They need our product, which is community for a price. We need paywall communities at scale for aliens. Buy my startup. Invest in my startup.
Do is actually become non-dogmatic and agnostic and instead be pragmatic about answering this question by actually being very open to many solutions wherever they may come from, developing test tubes to test out new ideas and new paradigms, and then scale up the ones that work well, and just continue to be open to the good ideas and the paradigms wherever they may emerge from, and admit to ourselves that we don't know what this next paradigm, this next phase is going to look like, but we can discover it empirically by creating these test tubes, being able to test.
I will say though, compared to Andrew Huberman, this guy's got charisma. He's got chutzpah, okay? So I'd rather listen to this guy rant and rave about nothing than listen to Andrew Huberman talk about, okay, in the last episode we did this, and in this episode we're going to do this, and in the future episode we're going to do this. So before we get started, I just want to tell you what to expect in this 7-hour podcast where I talk about things that I probably am not qualified for. It's like, oh my God, I'd rather listen to this dude, Jeremy or whatever his name is.
Test new ideas on a small scale and then scale up the ones that work. And that's really, I think, the way that we can learn to be kind to each other at scale, upgrade our collective decision-making and sense-making capacity, and ultimately summon the wisdom and care and love of gods that we will need in order to avoid self-destructing with this power, this monumental power we're gaining.
As someone who, I never went to a festival like this, but as someone who's been in a few of these spaces and these group training facilities, these conferences where it's all bullshit, this is 99% of what I heard. Just random, in my opinion, like lunatic or lunatic adjacent people who have issues. Like they would just start like, he hasn't gotten too personal. I mean, more so like Samantha, just talk about all of their really, 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 sensitive problems, about all their past traumas, just get on the microphone and just basically rant like this and talk about like, we need to collectively scale. And when I was a child, I was beaten. It's like, what? Are you okay? But like the event is billed as this like leaders who are super high achieving and are just coming together to, change the world. And it's like a bunch of people who are very, very lost, somewhat, spiraling out of control, almost like, again, borderline like manic behavior in a group together. And the leaders are trying to like contain it enough and like market it still and get the right footage, because that was my job, to get the footage to make it look amazing, even though 99% of it was ranting and raving from people who are like out of their minds, honestly.
Thank you.
That's what it's like.
Thank you so much. Let's give him a "You Are So Beautiful." Come back here. I really appreciate you and really glad that you're here. So, all right, create the fire. Rub your hands together. Get it nice and hot.
Let me repeat that moment. What an alpha female move. Hold on.
I've been an alpha female.
Look at this move right here. She's like, don't go anywhere. Come back. We're about to praise you. Hold on. Damn. That is cold. Cold and bold, I like to say. God, Samantha, she's a bitch, in my opinion.
So much. Let's give him a "You Are So Beautiful." Come back here. I really appreciate you and really glad that you're here. So, all right.
She'd make a good dominatrix because she's pretty beautiful in her own opinion.
Create the fire. Rub your hands together. Get it nice and hot, nice and toasty. I want it toastier, toastier, toastier. And on 3, we're going to blast him with so much love and scream, "You are so beautiful." Okay, 1, 2, 3. You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
Indeed. I had a video shoot at a school today, and that's the type of language that they were using in the classrooms for like 2nd grade. Okay, we're all going to say hello to the video person. Okay, rub your hands together and say hi. Hi, Miss Kia. Okay. But these are grown adults who are paying to be here. Same thing. Same vibe. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Video production by me. No, just kidding. Let's do one more short one of Samantha. I love it. I'm into it. What is this? We got married. What's on her own page? She got anything good? She's got a fear of commitment. Me too. Me too, girl. If you don't catch a cold, you create it. Okay. God, this is old. 7 years ago. No more man bashing. Yeah. What having a silent disease feels like. Getting rid of a cold. Yeah, I want to get rid of a cold. That's the stuff I want. Okay, here she is in her university dorm room, most likely. A little rant on what to do and what not to do when you get sick. Okay, someone tell Rachel Hollis. Someone call her. She needs to hear this information to put it on her podcast immediately.
You are not required to get the flu this year.
It's the craziest thing she's ever said. Okay, here we go. Last one, and then we'll call it a day. We'll call it a TGIF.
Hey guys, this video is something that is near and dear to my heart, for it drives me absolutely crazy. So we're going to talk about it. This video is all about colds, what to do about them, and what not to do about them. First off, when I hear that somebody has a cold, I ask them, okay, well, why'd you get the cold? They're like, what do you mean, why'd I get the cold? I'm like, well, why'd you get the cold? They're like, well...
Look at her glasses! I didn't even think about this. She was so asleep at this point. She was just bowing to the universe's challenge here. She was just cowering in fear with these glasses. My God. Was she had the information about cold, but she didn't get the information about her glasses yet? God, she was the beginning of her healing journey, I suppose. This to me spells victimhood.
I just got the cold. No, you get the cold for a reason. You have a low immune system, you're stressed, you're run down, all these different reasons. You're probably not eating properly. Okay, that's not the issue. That's not what we're going to talk about. Let that be known. There is a reason why you got the cold. Now, second question is, what are you doing for your cold? The answer I most typically get is, well, I went over to Shoppers Drug Mart and I got myself some Neocitrin or some Dayquil. Do you even take the box and just turn it over and look? What are the ingredients in Dayquil or Neocitrin? Well, if you didn't know, and if you've never done that, let me tell you. There are 3 ingredients in Dayquil. 1 is acetaminophen, 2 is dextromethorphan, and 3 is phenylephrine. I probably didn't say those right, but it doesn't matter. Small details. All right, so what those 3 are, acetaminophen is just a painkiller, but it doesn't take away the pain. It just blocks the pain receptors of the body so that you don't necessarily feel the pain, but the things that are causing the pain, like inflammation and infection or bacteria, that's still there. You're just not sensing it. It's like shut off the messenger, but there's still something screaming there. You just can't hear it anymore. All right. Doesn't sound too great, does it? No. Now the next one,
for sure.
Dextromethorphan, possible. This, what it does is it's a cough suppressant. So it stops the signaling of the brain to have your body cough. Well, okay, that's fine because coughing is annoying, but why are you coughing? There's obviously something in there that your body's trying to push out, some mucus, some nasal drip, something going on. And instead of addressing that issue, we just cut it off again. So we're just blocking the receptors. Doesn't sound so helpful either. Third ingredient, phenylephrine. What is phenylephrine?
This is the beginning of her mastermind series. She's like, okay, once I afford a camera and a Zoom account, I'm going to be unstoppable, but I'm going to practice now.
It's a vasoconstriction, narrowing the blood vessels, resulting from contraction of the muscular wall of the vessels. Again, what it's doing is it's supposed to be a decongestion so that your nose isn't getting all congested and whatever. Essentially,
whatever.
This is not really decongesting or stopping the overflow of mucus or bacteria. It's just constricting the blood vessels. Again, it's dealing with the symptom. So yeah, you're probably not going to be congested at that moment.
I don't think anyone thinks that Dayquil cures you from your cold. It's addressing the symptoms so you can function while you're feeling sick. Yeah, I think that's pretty clear to everybody.
Taking the drug or right after, but it's not alleviating any of the problem. It's not getting to the root of the problem.
Yeah, we realize that. I think most people.
These solutions really are pretty stupid. If you think about it, they're really stupid. It's like it's a great way to market a product that makes you feel better, but it's temporary and it's not making you any better. But then I hear from my clients and my friends, but Sam, after 3 days of taking these, I stayed in bed and I was drinking lots of liquid and I was taking these pills, I felt better. Did you ever think that maybe it was just staying in bed and drinking liquids? because that's what happens when you get a cold. It's a virus that comes through, runs its course, and leaves if you take care of it. So think about it just a little bit. I have 3 things sitting right here on my desk.
So why can't you take the pills if it helps you while you're sleeping? Who cares? What is it doing? It's just, I don't get it. Why is it a problem? Why is this bad? Because you're supposed to feel pain all the time? For what? Your healing journey? I don't get it.
In total, it cost me about 58 cents. It's good for my body, and it actually is beneficial for helping a cold. Because what these things do are they support the immune system rather than just adding a toxic burden to my body that's already taxed as I'm trying to fight off a cold. So 1, something much more effective than Neocitrin or Dayquil.
A penis?
A carrot. Just chomping on a carrot. Veggies. Fresh veggies. Those are much more efficient than NyQuil, Dayquil, or any of these other crazy things for your cold. Fresh vegetables, and especially the green ones, you can juice them.
The green ones.
You know, throw them in your smoothies. You just want to be getting a lot of fresh foods with a lot of nutrients, antioxidants, things that are good to help support the body. Second thing is garlic. It's an amazing antifungal. It's great for circulation. It opens up your sinuses. It clears out the mucus. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful for boosting the immune system. It's effective. Yeah, you're gonna stink, but you know what? Like, you're sick. You probably shouldn't be going around in public, anyways. And then the third thing we have here is organic green tea. When you have a cold, you want to be sure to be flushing your system of the toxins. And what better way to do that than with something that's natural? It's great for the immune system.
Yeah, vitamin D for dildo.
It's warm and it just makes you feel good. It's also great for the liver. Just things that...
Like, what is this video? What is this video? Why do people make videos like this? Like, I'm going to shame you for having a cold and then tell you 3 things that are going to help you that aren't actually going to help you, for sure. Okay, one more thing. That was a short one. Let me look up the Mind Valley guy. Or what did I search earlier? It's like healing eyesight problems. What causes blurry vision? Okay, this guy. Now I wonder if I'm going to get demonetized immediately because he's going to have this music on. But this guy is the one who does Mind Valley. He's an asshole. Like, he's got an attitude problem as well. In my opinion, he did a thing with Vice about one of his conferences. He was very rude, even in the interview process. And they showed, footage of him. And I was like, okay, I understand this guy quickly. But he's like, I got LASIK. And then he's like, but then it didn't work. And then all of a sudden my vision got better. It's like, don't you think the LASIK helped a little bit? Well, let's just take a look. It's short.
I'm sharing this because way too many of my friends have come to me to ask me how to help them improve their deteriorating eyesight. And they dread the thought of someday wearing glasses. When I tell them that I healed my eyesight in about 2 weeks from 2040 to 2025, that's around a 2 lines improvement in an eye chart, they want to know my secret. So I created this video to help my friends and to help you guys on the Mind Valley channel understand how you too can improve your eyesight. Basically, I was able to go from wearing glasses 40% of the time to 4% of the time. So my issue with eyesight started when I was 9 years old. I started wearing glasses and my...
Yeah, he switched races. When he was a child. Sorry. Just the stock footage makes me laugh sometimes. So what you're saying is you still use it 4% of the time. So are you not alpha enough to not need it 0% of the time? Are you still using it as a crutch, that 4%? I think you should work on that, sir. You should work on that.
My eyesight rapidly deteriorated to the point where my myopia or short-sightedness was -7.00. That basically means I couldn't recognize a face this close to me. Now, when I was around 28, I finally had LASIK. And LASIK restored me to 20/20 eyesight. But as you know, when you go for surgery, sometimes things go wrong. That's what happened with my LASIK surgery. Basically, it went awry in my left eye, and this left me with astigmatism. Over the next 12 years, my left eye started getting worse and worse, and then my right eye decided that it too had to deteriorate to catch up with my left eye. And 12 years after my LASIK, I found that I needed glasses once again. And so I had to go back to the doctor and figure out what to do. Now, the doctor told me that as a man in my 40s, LASIK would no longer be an option. So I was faced with two choices: deal with wearing glasses, which I totally disliked, or try to heal my eyesight myself. Now, what happened then was, I was in a conversation with my friend
I went to a $11 mastermind by Samantha Lotus, and it changed my life.
Dave Asprey, the famous biohacker, the founder of Bulletproof.
This fucking guy. He's a Leela mango frequency quantum healing shill too. He's a grifter for sure, and he'll sell anything to anybody, especially vulnerable people. He's down to do it, down to clown with anything that will make money. So there you go. We know we're in good company. Let me start over. Sorry, started talking.
I was in a conversation with my friend Dave Asprey, the famous biohacker, the founder of Bulletproof Coffee. And Dave told me how working with a vision coach for 1 hour a week for 12 weeks totally got rid of his bad eyesight.
But he healed his eyesight in 2 weeks. So he's better than Dave Asprey, I guess.
And allowed him to function without glasses. I was intrigued, so I started researching the natural healing of eyesight. What I'm going to share with you is what I found, and what I'm going to share with you is my advice for what you can do to help restore your eyesight so you can, if not get rid of your glasses, reduce the amount of time you do have to wear glasses. Now, I'm still experimenting. I've been doing this now for over a year, and although it's not perfect yet, I want to share with you what I know because I believe...
Share it! God, share it! I'm going to share with this. I'm going to share with you. I'm going to share with my friend. Share it already. God damn it. I hate these people who drag this out. This is an 8-minute video. We don't need 10 times that you're going to share. I'm going to share it. Like, we know. That's why we're here. Share it, God damn it. God, sorry.
If this is going to help a lot of people. So in this video, I'm going to cover a number of different things,
Oh
but
my
if
God.
you're looking to prevent bad eyesight
Oh my
developing
God.
in your kids, or if you're looking to heal your vision, or if
We
you're looking
get
to
it.
prevent
We
the
get it.
onset of age-related vision problems like farsightedness, or if you're looking to reduce your use of glasses, pay attention.
You've already
because I'm gonna
said
share
it.
with you
You've already
everything
said
I've best
this.
learned. So the first big mistake people make is that they go get their eyes checked at a store that sells glasses. This is never a good idea. The machines at that store are not accurate. I did a simple experiment. I had my eyes checked at one of these stores, and then I went to a real clinic, a real doctor, and the difference was almost 40%. I decided to take the doctor's
He loves 40%. 4%, 40%. That's the only percentages he uses in his life. When I got my eyes checked, it was at a Target, optical Target, and it was a doctor though that did it. It was also a store within it was like the office in the back and the store in the front, so you can buy stuff. I didn't know that there was two separate places that are giving you. Usually the store will take the doctor's prescription, I thought, unless I'm misunderstanding or it's different in England or wherever this guy lives.
Prescription, as should you. You see, your eyesight varies from day to day, from year to year. Some studies on children found that a child could naturally move from short-sightedness to far-sightedness year over year. But here's what happens. If you pick that particular slice of time where your eyesight is, say, 0.25, and you go to an optician and you get glasses for that, it locks you in. The glasses become a crutch. So what you want to do is go to a real doctor. A true vision checkup could take...
I mean, I do appreciate Grifter saying go to a real doctor. I will give him credit for that. Thank you for once, God.
Up to an hour. In an eyeglass shop, right? They'll do it in around 15 minutes because they want to move you through and sell you glasses. Go to a doctor and get your vision properly checked. Now, the second tip is this. After you get your actual prescription from the doctor, get a lens that is one step lower. Because like I said, your eyesight actually fluctuates. You could be at 0.5 in one day when you're really stressed out. And after a relaxing weekend, your eyesight could actually improve. Studies are now finding.
So get a doctor's prescription and do not take it. Get one that you like. Lower than that. Take the doctor's suggestion and throw it in the trash. Got it.
That emotional states, that stress influences your vision. So if your doctor tells you that your eyesight is, say, 0.5 myopia, short-sightedness, don't get a 0.5 lens. Get a lens that's 0.25. that will still give you an adjustment, but it gives
My eye doctor said and I also got one that didn't work for me at first. Like I did the test and they gave me the glasses and it was still not perfect. So I went back and got it redone. But they said if you get one that's worse, your eyes are going to strain harder to try to undo, the problem with the lens, and you're going to get worse. And if I don't wear the glasses when I use the computer, I'm going to strain more and it's going to get worse. It's not like muscles where you strain and it gets stronger. Eyes, apparently, according to the doctor I spoke to, said, no, you don't want to do that. You want to help your eyes, give them a break so that they can actually get better over time, potentially.
gives you room for your vision to improve. If you get 0.5, your vision cannot go below 0.5. It has to get worse. So what's happened is you've effectively created a crutch. You've created a barrier to your vision getting better. So always go one step below. So this was the first thing that many vision therapists recommend. And this was one of the tools I used to get my short-sightedness from 0.75 to 0.25, which pretty much means I don't need glasses most of the time. Now, the next thing you want to do is that you want to install a basic eye chart in your home. So I have something like this on the door of my study. William Horatio Bates, who lived in the early part of the 20th century, did a study on school classrooms. He would hang an eye chart on a pillar in school classrooms. And what he found is that in classrooms where kids had that eye chart and the teachers were trained to get the kids to go and just look at the chart and see how far they could read once a week, the amount of cases of nearsightedness was dramatically reduced. At the beginning of that period,
What about me being aligned and not wanting to see the trauma of my parents? When do we get to that section?
6% of the children were nearsighted. By the end of the year, only 1% were nearsighted. Now, because of the success in this one school, the system of using an eye chart in classrooms was introduced to all schools in Grand Forks, North Dakota, where Bates worked. These schools used charts continuously.
Oh, it had global reach in Norfolk, South Dakota. Okay, good. This has mass appeal.
For 8 years with as many as 2,000 school children. And there was an unexpected results. The kids actually began to see better than normal. Children who already had normal sight 20/20 were now able to read at 2015 or 2010. It was nuts. You must have an eye chart installed in your home for you and your kids. Adults can do the same thing. Now, here's another really important tip. Studies on kids found that if you allow your children to sleep in a room that is absolutely dark, that means no night light, no door ajar with a light out in the corridor, your kids are less likely to develop vision problems.
More likely to experience monsters, but less likely to need glasses, maybe?
In the future. Now, this study blew me away. It was done by the University of Pennsylvania on around 479 kids. Now, what they found is that sleeping in a dark room, if you have your kids sleep in a pure dark room, they are less likely to develop bad eyesight. So here's what happened. They divided these kids into 3 groups. Kids that slept in a dark room, kids that slept in a room with a night light on, and kids that slept in a room with the lights turned on. 400 kids is kind of small sample. They traced these kids to see what type of vision problems these kids would develop. Now, they found this. Of the kids who slept in a darkened room, only 10% developed nearsightedness. Of the kids who slept in a room with a night light on, 34% developed nearsightedness. And of the kids who slept with the lights on, 55% developed.
And for this girl who shined a flashlight in her eyeballs every night before going to bed, she did the masterclass, so she's fine. But other kids could have been blind for sure.
Nearsightedness. So this is an important conversation you got to have with your children if they are afraid of sleeping in the dark. The dark is phenomenal for sleep, and science is showing that it has a correlation with helping kids retain good vision. Now,
imagine explaining that to your child who's like scared of the dark. I'm scared of the dark, Mommy. Dad, I'm scared of the dark. Your vision can go from 0.4% to 10%, and we are going to read the eye chart in my study. This is good. The Norfolk, North Dakota Fork town says that it'll help you. Now that you understand, be quiet and go to slumberland. Thank you. Good night. I want my mom. I want my teddy bear and my nightlight.
Now, the final tip is this. Hire a vision coach. Or take an online vision.
There we go. This is the one I was waiting for. Hire a vision coach.
vision. Now, the final tip is this: hire a vision coach or take an online vision course. There are numerous vision courses out there. I've been experimenting with many of them. I even have a vision coach who has helped me. We've spent around 5 hours together, and the results have been really, really, really promising. Now, a course means you got to have the discipline to do it yourself. Typically, you got to do these courses every day. If you do a vision coach, you'd spend an hour with them a week, and then you'd spend...
Do you have vision coaches on your website by chance? Is this why you're making this video?
And around 5 minutes a day going through the exercises that they prescribe. Whereas on a course, you typically are spending between 10 to 20 minutes a day watching a video and doing the eye exercises which are being prescribed. Now, my tip is don't get obsessed with the Bates method. The Bates method was popular in like the 1930s. And a lot of people talk about the Bates method because it was the first method to really heal vision. So much more research has happened. It's been almost 90 years since that book was released. And today, modern vision therapists and newer courses on vision know so much more. So avoid the Bates method. It works, but it works slow. There are much faster ways to improve your vision that have been developed in the last 90 years. So I hope these tips help you. Go ahead and share this video with other people whom you feel need to hear this to improve their vision. And good luck on your vision quest.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm surprised that they don't have one. Vision coach. But it's all gonna be like, what's your vision in life? Neurocore Laboratory. Oh God, vision coach. What is this?
There, a ton of space. Something indicating where that light was going to appear.
I mean, at least it doesn't look like, let's talk about your feelings. Let's talk about your feelings and then you can see. Let's talk about what you don't want to look at. Has your coach ever told you to keep your eye on the ball? Yeah, me too. I'm a vision coach. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we did it. We survived. We got through it. We kept our eyesight, and we will turn a blind eye to the corruption that is going on everywhere in the world for a couple hours a week and have fun here on this channel. That is my goal.
You are privileged AF.
Yeah, I need a beauty coach. Can someone consult with me about getting more beautiful? I know I'm pretty beautiful, but I could be more beautiful, and I need help with that. I need a coach to give me powerful affirmations to make me look hotter.
I have like no facts.
True. Okay, yeah. Also, let's just take a quick sec off topic, but I do want to show that Jessie Lee TikTok so everyone can be updated. Just like a quick update on that. How do I search? Because, yeah. Like, I knew that her PET scan was coming up, and she said she was going to give her feedback. Oh, wait. Jesus. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's start. Let's just go into Boss Lee, Jessie Lee, final thoughts here. This was posted on the 5th, so last Tuesday this is posted. And I watched it and I felt like this is bullshit, is how I read it. But again, who knows? Here we go.
Hi, hello, how are ya? It's Jessie Lee, and welcome to this episode of Jessie Lee Heals Holistically from Stage 4 Colorectal Cancer. I'm your host, Crazy Cool Jessie Lee. Okay, so in all seriousness, I only picked this person's comment because they are saying something about the results or whatever. So I have no idea what they're talking about a biopsy. There's nothing to biopsy. So, hello. I am coming to you live from California. And I just wanted to tell you, my doctor called after 8 days today to give me my PET scan results. And if you've been following along, you might have noticed that maybe I'm not posting as frequently. A large portion of that is that I'm in pain. I've been talking a lot about it in my Instagram stories, and I think I've talked about it on some TikToks here, but My stomach hurts here. I feel super distended. My kidneys, they feel fine right now. I took Tylenol about 2 hours ago. But they hurt. When I sleep, I don't really sleep. I flop and I flip like a fish all night long. I'm getting like 3.5 hours of sleep, which is not good for recovery. So I'm freaking out. I don't have my dogs in California, which is a crime. And anytime I travel, I feel so out of tune. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so used to having my juicer and my regimen and my clinics I go to and whatever. And I'm here in California for treatment. I'm not like partying, but I feel like I don't have everything that I need, even though I have everything I technically need. Make sense? So anywho, this is week 2 of treatment out here straight, which means not my dogs, which depresses me. But my doctor finally called today after my PET scan last Monday. Today is Tuesday, September 5th, 2023, if you're watching this. And I think part of me is still in shock. So I don't know if that's like normal for cancer people's. You guys will have to tell me in the comments, but like, I'm going to cry again. I can feel it coming. But I've cried like on and off about it. But like, even when I was on the actual phone with the oncologist, and I have visualized this to be something where like, anytime I get good news, I like burst out in tears, and it didn't happen. But I will update you. So I got really good news today, everybody. So my doctor called me and he said that many of my lymph nodes have gone back to their original size with no evidence of disease in them. The ones that still remain have decreased in size. There is no mass on my right ovary anymore. That is literally gone. So praise God. And he says, just schedule another PET scan in about 6 months. I'll see you then. If you don't know and you're new to this channel, I was told now that I have less than 30 days left to live. And I was just told by my traditional oncologist at Texas Oncology, who reads my scans and orders my scans for me, I don't know, see you in 6 months. Like, I'm in shock. I should be bawling again for the 15th time right now. Like, wow. So all of this is working. All this holistic stuff is working. I do look healthier. I thought I looked healthier, but now it's confirmed. I do notice my hair growth is crazy. My nails have grown a lot. I just think I was so scared because I was in so much fucking pain. So cancer die-off is a real thing that no one really talks about. When the cancer cells die, they get angry, apparently. So I'm experiencing some anger in my stomach and back regions. But that's about it, my cancer-free friends. So I'm not yet at no evidence of disease. That is obviously the goal, but this is a huge milestone, big mile marker. I feel like I'm rubbing lymph nodes, by the way, for everyone. What is she doing? It's just one of the first days I feel like I can breathe in a really long time. And so that's my update. Do you guys like my non-toxic nail polish? Isn't it so cute? Jess Stoney sent it to me. It's from Synergens. All right. I love you guys. Bye. Thanks for following.
Yeah, so when I read it, when I watched that, I was very confused because I was like, okay, it seemed like she was upset. She's got pain. She's got all this stuff. And then she's like, but good news, it's gone. And there's no, it's gotten smaller and it's just disappeared and all this stuff is working. And this is great news. And I just remember thinking like, yeah, I don't know if this is one of those exercises where it's like you are breathing it into reality by saying it, even though it's not true. Or what, but it just to me did not it was disingenuous, but it didn't seem like if you really had healed your cancer by doing ozone and celery juice, this would not be the video I think that she would do. I think it would be like, I told you bitches, I get it, I did it, maybe not, but like just based on her personality from before, I think if she really got this amazing like news where she had overcome this her own way, I think it would have been a different video. And this one seemed to me like fake it till you make it video, and it saddened me immediately after watching it. So like I said, this came on the 5th, and then since then she has not posted on her own page, but a lot of people have been like talking, I guess, and going to see her apparently. I saw one on the Reddit thread where so loud, these songs. And and kind of saying they were seeing her in the hospital and she's like in the ICU, and they're sort of being vague about what the condition is. But according to Jessie Lee's own account of her diagnosis and her prognosis, this is what doctors gave her if she did not do chemotherapy immediately, that she would not make it to 2024, which is the timeline we're in now, September. Her original prognosis was October, and then another doctor said not till Christmas, you won't see Christmas. So that is within this time frame, so it sort of makes sense. And I feel like I am in the camp, and there's a lot of different opinions about this, and I feel like whatever you feel about it is fine. There's no right way to feel about the situation, but I just feel like I feel badly for her. She's in a really shit situation. And I tend to feel like, she is giving bad advice, I suppose. Like she's giving bad, she was very anti-chemo. She, has spoken about that. She sort of backtracked on that a little bit, at least with the Ed Millett video that we watched. At least for her, she didn't want to go through it. But again, I believe that's her personal choice. I do believe it could, an influencer saying that they're not doing chemo could influence somebody. But at the same time, it's like, we all need to be a little bit more proactive, I guess, in realizing okay, Jessie Lee is a MLM distributor. Her giving advice is not the same as hearing your doctor's advice. And if you aren't at a place where you can differentiate between that, I don't know if there's really any help for you anyways, in the sense of making the right choice, because it's, I don't know, forcing her to not spread this information. I don't know if it's going to help, because people who are going to choose what they want to choose, they're going to do it anyways. So yes, it is dangerous. Yes, I don't like what she's doing, but at the same time, it's if you're going to base your decisions on what she's doing in her life, and you're seeing this unfold, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you other than don't do it. And it is your own, have some personal responsibility, I guess. And this one is from somebody just tagging and saying, God, hear our prayers for healing. Keep fighting, Jessie Lee. It's amazing how someone you've never had the opportunity to meet inspires you in ways you could never imagine. She's just staring at the camera, weirdly crying. And here's another one. Here's a message for Jessie Lee from 2 hours ago. Where's the audio? Here.
Jessie Lee, you're going to get through this. If anybody can kick cancer's butt and continue to do it authentically, it's you. So I just want to say thank you so much for your wisdom, your expertise, you leading the pack. I really do hope that you see how social media is coming together to pray for you and to be here for you. I know that the road has been tough and that you have literally put on a brave face, a transparent face, and you have faced every day head on. So Jessie Lee, bask in the fact that you're being lifted up and that God is your ultimate healer. He is your ultimate provider, and nothing is too big for him. No mountain is too big, no valley's too small, because God is going to bring you through this and you are going to get your ultimate healing. Mark my words. We love you. We're rooting.
If she passes away, does she delete this video? I just wonder what people think. Or is it well, positive vibes are good for you regardless? I don't know. The ultimate irony of this whole story is that, we were here talking about her less than a year ago when she took this Colombia trip with her recruits, or with her upline or downline, or whatever, her downline, I guess, and her people from her business stuff. And she was gloating about how she is the vision of health. Look at me. Look how healthy I am. I do all of the supplements. I do every health regimen. I'm rich, so I'm able to take time for myself, and I'm rich and I have time freedom, so I can do whatever. I travel the world. I have everything at my fingertips. And that's what you should do with your life. That, to me, is just the biggest irony. It's the same. It reminds me so much of Dave Hollis. And obviously Dave Hollis was a sudden death, and this is a slow process. But it reminds me so much, the message of their work completely biting them in the ass when it comes to human, like their human condition. Like anyone can get cancer, anyone can have an addiction and overdose, like, you know, and I just find it to be what we've been saying this whole time. All the people who do, you know, have a channel similar to this one or have, you know, Instagrams like Mallory and Eva and everybody. And, you know, Cam, everyone that has a channel, DC, we all say, I think a version of, at least, it's like, you're just like everyone else, and stop trying to pedestal yourself as some sort of God, some guru with all the answers. Stop trying to tell people what to do with their lives, and or else it's going to look really crazy when you are deemed human and these things happen. Because it's like, people then don't want to feel bad for you. There's people I know for sure that do not feel any sympathy for Jessie Lee. And that's sad to me. Not against the person not feeling sympathy, but against Jessie Lee as a person that making money and being this boss babe overcame your humanness. I just don't find it to be worth it. And maybe it was worth it for her. Maybe she had 34, if she does pass, had 34 years of, grinding it out. And that's what she wanted to do. And that's what made her happy, as opposed to possibly taking a slower route and just sort of being a normal person. But I don't know. It's weird. We also like to talk about and highlight and celebrate and criticize people who do go out of the norm. So it's hard to say, I don't know. It's hard to say, like, what am I trying to say? It's hard to say, like, if she would have been happier just working at a 9-to-5 job. But that's always the question, isn't it? When we're talking about these topics, like, what is better? Living an exceptional marriage, telling people you have an exceptional marriage for, a short stint of time and then getting divorced, or being honest and saying, sometimes things are shitty, but having a longer relationship. I don't know. That's where you have to decide, like, internal compass or blindly guru follow. And what I'm saying, what I said a couple minutes ago about, like, personal responsibility, I feel like that's what I want to get, like, my channel to eventually come to, which is, that is the message. Like, I do have sympathy. I've been there when I was blindly following people and Tony Robbins, because I was in a very dark and depressed, deeply depressed place when I was, like, listening to that shit all day. But the only thing that's helping me now is that I got out of it thanks to therapy. And I now look at these people and go, they're all human beings. They don't know, they're greedy and they want money. That's what they're doing. But you'll never get there by listening to me say that. You got to look into yourself and go, take accountability, honestly, as ironic as that will sound, take accountability and make your own choices. Yes, Jessie Lee has a lot of followers, but it's not her fault. I hate to say this, not her fault if you follow her and do what she does. She's not forcing it down your throat. She's influencing to make money. And I think that's the message. Like, you gotta see past it. You gotta go, I'm my own person, and I'm not gonna follow blindly these people that are lying to me all the time. Rant over. Thank you for listening. Hopefully that was not too harsh. That subject, though, it does make me sad because it sucks. It's a shitty situation overall, and I wish her the best, and I wish this wasn't happening to her. But, here we are. Anyways, okay, on that very sad note, on a very dark and dreary note, thank you for joining, watching, participating, being here as always. Here it is. It's going to go invisible, but Under the Influence, Noelle Crook's Under the Influence book, I have recorded the review. I have an editor helping me now, Logan. Shout out Logan. Logan is helping me edit it, so it is in his hands now, and he's working on it. So I think it should be done next week, and I'll post it next week, and then you can all watch it and revel in the excitement of the book. I don't focus too much on, like, every plot point and what happens in the book. So if you are thinking about buying it, still buy it because the review is not going to spoil everything for you. Yeah, and I think it's worth it. I think it was good and good. It was good. It was goodish. You know, good. It wasn't exceptional. It wasn't an exceptional novel, but it was, you know, not horrendous. And that's all we can ask for, right? That's all we can ask for. Anyways, yep, that's my news. I'll be back next week probably too with the stream as well. Probably. I'll probably stream and post that video. And then what else? What else is going on? Join the membership. I'm going to work on that this week too. I'm going to cut more sound bites this week. I have my whole to-do list here. A long ass to-do list of things to do. We're going to re-up our, adoption of Zelda, so that's coming up, and I'll give updates on Zelda the manatee. Cutting sound bites. I'm gonna update the merch slideshow because I got another picture. If you've purchased any of the merch at all and you want to be featured in the countdown in the beginning of the show, send them to me via Instagram. Would love to feature you, whether it's the manatee or the Choose Sadness merch. And then let me see what else. And then more stuff to come. Send me ideas on topics and subscribe and love me, please. Validate me, please. Please, I need it so badly. I need it. I need to be validated. I believe my eyes are 20/20. 20/20 vision. I spent $10 to get my eyesight perfected. I hired a vision coach. They come to my house and make me see things that I don't want to see, like my ugly face in the miroir. Okay, I'll continue this over at the screen to read all of the Pancake Breakfast Club members. Peace out. Goodbye. We'll keep this song, 'cause I can go all night long. Yeah. Starry nights. What did you say was your favorite pie? Pie. Okay, it does end at some point. Starry nights. Do you like apple or pumpkin pie better? I really want to know, Nicole Campbell. Do you like pecan or pumpkin? There only is one choice. Heather DeMayo. Do you like Miracle Whip or Kraft or Duke's or some other local brand of mayo? Tiffany. Can you see? Or are you blinded to the world's reality? I really wanna know. Do you wear glasses or no? And Chelsea Marie, why do blue shades work but regular glasses are a crutch? Can you explain it to me? Please. Yes. Yes, once again, Rainy Cannon. Your name should be Shannon, because I think that would rhyme and it would make my life a lot easier in time. Bloodbath Body Works. Are you waiting for the apple spice candle from Appleton? That was one of my first YouTube videos that I watched. That was a viral YouTube video. I went to Oshkosh. I went to Appleton. They didn't have the candles. That's a throwback. Alaska Blood Tundra. I heard that Joe Biden was in Alaska recently. Did you go and see him? Was he walking around or was he fighting a polar bear like Putin? Not to get political here. I'm more focusing on the fact that he was in Alaska. And Crystal G, will you join a cult with me? How do you spell cult? C-U-L-T. Crystal G's like, count me in. Lisa B, she's a fan of honey, 'cause that's what bees make. Get it? And Joms. Joms, Jummy Joms, put some pajamas on. It's time to go to bed and it's Friday night. I wish that Boy Meets World was still on and we were still in the early 2000s. I sometimes think life was easier back then, but not really, 'cause we had war and things that were not cool. Yeah. A console. A console, are you a thing or is your first name A? Is console a noun or just a name? I need clarification so I can up my game. Lindsay Walden. Do you ever feel walled in by society? We should feed the homeless first before we can talk to them about big ideas. They can't contemplate empathy until they have a home. Some people may disagree. What a weird thing to say. Karasoda, what do you think about that? Karasoda's like, keep me out of it. I have nothing to contribute because I wasn't in Costa Rica with you. That's okay. I know if you were on that stage, you'd say something cool. Something very profound. Heather Hope. Heather Hope, don't do dope. But if you do, it's okay. What is dope anyway? Is dope just weed or is it something else that I'm unaware of? Dope. I actually really don't know. Someone tell me, please. Not Jenna Cash. She's here and she's back with the flash. Are you gonna go see our girl Rachel in LA? I think she may have already gone, but maybe she'll go again and then you can say, hey girl, remember me? And she'll say, yes, of course. Don't touch me. I think that's a good plan. A Cholo's kid says, hell yeah, man. And one more time. El Cholo's kid's like, my kid's gotta go to bed. It's late. It's almost 9 o'clock. On the dot, 8:30 actually. I guess we can stay up and watch something on TV. And I love the simplicity. You don't have a username or a last name or anything crazy. Just Anne. I'm confident in myself. I can just use my first name. Keep it simple. I respect that. The Velvet Finch. I didn't read that as elf this time for once. I'm a wench. What does that mean? Do wenches exist anymore? If so, I'd like to be one. Sounds like a pretty cool job. Kimberly Harris smiles. Just gonna end the song with one more thing. I just want to say, glad that we're here authentically in communication and we're tuning into the collective consciousness. Thank you for joining me, and we are raising the world's vibration one stream at a time. Thank you. Bye. See you later. See you. Toodaloo.